Ah, man. That's what happens when you oversleep. Started the stream late, but honestly, am I late? Really? Kind of looks like they're still taking the pass over here in the 1846 side. Let's check out the 2489 side of things. It looks like they're not even taking the passes on this side. How about the north pass? So 2489 actually going up towards 1175, it looks like, building up these initial forts. They have the initial forts around this this sanctuary. Honestly, with the way that they built these forts, I thought that they're building I thought it was Warriors Unbound for a second, where they could only build next to holy sites, but you could see this random baby fort in the middle of nowhere. So you could definitely build forts wherever you want to in this game mode. We got a little bit of fort wall by 2489 on this side. We got a semblance of a fort wall from 1175 on their side as well. For 1365, are they... So it's going to be up versus top versus bottom fight here. 1365 capturing their bottom passes. 1846 also building these forts here. I'm going to go ahead and save these for future reference, because these are going to be pretty interesting fort fights to see if they could actually build these forts in the first place. We're probably going to be seeing a lot of random TPs. Surprised to actually see a 76.8 mil random TP. That's kind of crazy. We have Arvix, of course, random TPing. So the standard zone openings, we're gonna have to see how fast they build these flags, and that's gonna be a really big indication of how the KvK will go. Let me say hi to chat real quick. Basim, Starkin, Madra, Andy. Oh, they're not allied? Okay, let me change the title then. That's an easy title change. Versus. I hear the allied though, but maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's incorrect. The volume being a bit too loud. There you go. Should be better.
Stonks.
I am indeed Filipino. No sound? Oh, is there no sound? Is there? Sound should be working. I thought at the end of the day they were able to. Whoa, what is this? Excited Mimi was the speed boost. Alright, so I've never played this KvK game mode. I know there's a lot of gimmicks and new stuff. Like, what is this, like, Dragon Ball Z looking ass for it? Abuha, hi, what's up, what's up? Kingdom's being dumb because Diplo doesn't go the way they want it to. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of Imperiums. Like, there's always gonna be drama with Diplo. I feel like every single KvK I've played, there's always some form of drama with Diplo. Even the 3v5 KvK, the 2429 KvK, like there's always some form of like one side feeling like they're slighted compared to the other side. But it's all good. Makes forts built super quick. Oh, I mean, I assume so with like the arrows up. But 2489 actually surrounding this fort pretty well here. I'm happy there's actually a fight, because one, I heard that there were like these sides were actually gonna like hold off and sit off this KvK. But the fact that they're out here building forts means obviously that I'm surprised of the... I'm kind of confused with the flags. Did they build flags slower in this KvK? Did they not have skillful craftsmen? Anyways, we'll keep an eye out on this meme before it, because I feel like this isn't the first one I saw that was interesting. So, but if you guys have chords, put them in the chat as always. Matchmaking sucks. Every KvK can't be 50-50. I mean, that's true. I think that's pretty much fact. But at the same time, like, kingdom powers fluctuate, so it's going to be hard to do an exact 50-50, right? I guess we could take a look at the pass itself. So, this is the Diplo situation. I don't know if it developed since then, but what I heard was 1365 and 2489 allied. So the top right and the bottom, no, top left and then the bottom right. And then 1846 didn't like them allying, so they threatened to sit out the KvK. And then the KvK ended up being a 2v1v1, where 1846 on this side is playing by themselves, 1175 is playing by themselves. I thought there was a change though. I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, someone could let me know in the chat, but like, I have no clue. JC core going to 960. I mean, that'd be pretty interesting. I heard like there's a lot of people from 960 retiring, so they'd probably have the slots for them. Osno is in GT only as of now. Can't believe JST is heading to GT, being as good as them. They're too stacked. Yeah, I mean, they did lose a lot of players. Oh, they lost a couple of players. They're still one of the strongest KDs in the game. But yeah, I don't know where to look for this KvK. Is there like a big murder ball going on somewhere, or are we just like all random TP'd? I'll just look at the other side. Maybe there's like a fight going on in the other side. If the 1365 group migrates out though, that's gonna be another big known imperium like falling to the wayside, right? That'd be huge. You know any names, particular names of members that are retiring? Honestly, like, I just heard rumors and stuff. Like, I've been hearing Leopard's retiring. I've heard that, you know. But I don't know I don't know how legit they are. Like, this is just like hearsay at this point. I don't have like a list of people. And it's just like people that's been telling me like, oh yeah, 960, like a lot of people are retiring, so. Also, I forgot to ping my Discord, whoops. Where's my Discord? Oh, there it is. Everyone. There you go.
Stonks.
Seville mentioned Leopard, Mr. Go, BK, a couple more, Hash left, Benjamin and Arvix will leave as well. Arvix leaving? I didn't know Arvix was leaving, but I feel like he's trying to collect all his accounts into less and less kingdoms. Like he has to, whoa. Look at this fort wall. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. I don't know how to, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 forts is crazy. Who could you pair with Boudica? Pretty much any archer commander. The best pair would probably be Boudica Herman if you only have one archer pair and you need to use your Boudica. Boudica Leon works. Boudica Artemisia, Boudica Washi, Boudica Nebu. Benjamin is in 1384. Oh, he migrated already. Yo, Genie, what's up, man? We're actually talking about 960 right now. Like, people are saying a lot of people are retiring, but I still think there's going to be enough people to fill that want to go to 960. That won't be a problem. And look at whose fort is this? Is this 1846 is like literally slowing down the flag lines by building forts so that they're forced to build half flags. This is what a 2429 did in our last KvK. So this next flag is going to be forced to be a half flag rather than a full one, which actually delays the flag line quite a bit. Boudica Ashur, yeah, that's the best one actually. Best two archer marches is Liang, Herman, and then the Boudica Ashur right now. They're gonna be AC together? I doubt. If 960 becomes AC, that'd be crazy. They'd be like one of the best. They'd be the best AC. So what I'm gathering from this KvK game mode is that flags don't really matter as much. It's all about getting your forts down. This Mimi fort has 3 hours to build. Meanwhile, we could take a look at this 489 fort that's 40 minutes. So this Mimi fort probably not getting built. We see like the cavalry march is desperately trying to get to this fort, but there's just not enough, no cities that are random teleported close by. We see like a little bit of a Mimi murder ball coming in and, you know, trying to push towards this fort, but there's just the murder ball of 2489 and their random TPs are just too big for Mimi to go through. So it's actually looking like Mimi will have to go back here to back fort around here, because their initial fort position was super aggressive, but it looks like it's going to be unsuccessful. It would be same thing, Liang with Herman, and then what would it be? Liang, Herman. Sorry, give me a sec. Like, I literally just woke up and even sent out my gathers yet. Like, we're sending out the gathers on the phone. Liang, Herman, and then Boudica with Artemisia probably. Yo, Panther, thanks for the 10 buccarinos, man. It's been a pretty crazy week. With 2605 migration coming into the KD. Like, that was like out of nowhere. So we've been handling that, but I think it's pretty much all done and dusted now. Why no force from 1365? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Looks like they're trying to go the flag route, but like as we were talking about, these half forts are really delaying their flags. They built that one fast. They're like, yeah, this half fort, we're not letting the half fort again. We can keep an eye out on the Mimi side here. GG's on this KvK, said Michael Shaw. Yeah, I mean 1846 is at least looking like I feel like they're advantaged in terms of their positioning compared to 1365. We'll have to see when territory goes down though. Like the first 2 hours of a zone is really just all about territory, like the open field and all that stuff doesn't matter. So we'll have to see for these first 2 hours how both sides build, I guess. Like the line of sad faces here. Looks like they're starting to murder ball up. Going, I don't know. I feel like this map's huge. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Actually, no, it's probably the same size as normal heroic anthem. They're defending these flags here. They're not even building out of the other line, so this is going to be the main point of contention Let's go and check how fast these forts are building. 4 minutes for these forts to build. We see a huge murder ball, well, a pretty big murder ball coming from the 1846 side, just like, you know, defending and waiting for the flags to build. So yeah, it definitely looks like both sides here are being pretty they're being very structure focused right now. Not really too many open field fights from what I've been seeing. We could track these marches that are walking. Yeah, and I'm not too sure what 1365 are doing. I'm not too sure what the plano for them there was. Yeah, this KvK is HA with a gimmick, but at the same time, a lot of people do like HA. So it's like spicy HA is what I've been calling it. Spicy HA. Yo, Dirty Dansky. Yo, talking about this is the Tides of War veteran. Dirty Dan, how you doing, man? There's a murder ball. Okay, let's check this out. 199. I think that's the one I saw already. Yeah, we were looking at this one earlier. Nothing too crazy. Yo, Dirty Dan, I'm watching this KvK for the first time. I'm like, what is going on? Like, is this normal? Just no flags, straight up forts. Everyone's all over the place. Oh, they're clashing soon? Yo, Koala, keep me updated for when they're clashing. Drewski. Armin Fun, as Bus Driver would say. Thank you, the 5 buccarinos, man. Oh, man. Everyone wants me to invest in armaments. I guess like it's the worst part of my account, but I don't know. Like I did that armaments stream with Bus Driver, and I was like literally crying in the club. Like, I feel like armaments just makes me sad, honestly. Yeah, there's a lot of the alliances are I think they're all saving skillful actually. Like we haven't seen any flag lines like burst out of the seams here. Oh, that's why they're saving skillful. They're building up the fort and then using skillful for when the fort builds. Is that what you're saying? I think 1365 used skillful. I'm not 100% sure though. Because like they're going full flag line here, not building any forts, which is kind of interesting. Is Yoda not migrating to 2268? Not in the current moment. Yoda and Cherry, I saw Cherry comment on my video. They're kind of taking a break from Rock for now. Like they have IRL stuff to handle right now. So when they're back, they'll probably migrate. We'll see. Yo, Dirty Dan, you busy right now? Do you wanna hop in and give us a tutorial on this KvK? If not, it's all good.
Armament fund, as Bus Driver would say.
Again, Drewski, appreciate the 5 buccarinos. These murder balls look so small and funny. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But this is not the normal size of an Imperium murder ball. Like, I feel like everyone's just saving up for when territory actually touches. Because honestly, like all this open field fighting here doesn't really equate to much. Like, you don't gain too much of advantage. You don't really like all you have to do is build your flags, or for the 1846 side, build your fort as fast as possible. And nothing else really matters. Oh, look, they're building another fort here so that they... Yeah, this flag strat, no fort strat is kind of interesting for sure. And the thing about it too is I feel like the... Actually, no, they built pretty aggressively, actually. The 1846 side. They built pretty aggressively, but built like 1 million forts. Got someone from your KD? Oh. No forts equal no commitment? Yeah, probably, maybe. Seeker of Chaos. I feel like that's a familiar player, like a known familiar player. I'm curious what happened to 1365. Like, is there something that happened? I mean, I'm assuming this is similar to. I'm assuming this is similar to a heroic anthem where this middle zone doesn't really matter. So maybe they're like, all right, we're saving for future zones, but I don't know. DK. I'm just trying to. Who's DMing me? Put my phone on D&D for the stream. I'm still like, I literally just woke up. I edited that video of Chiss and them migrating, the 2605 people. Like, stopped editing at 4. Woke up at like 7:30 to post it. Went back to sleep. Just woke up for just in time for the fast opening. So that's been like my schedule. Literally just kind of frazzled still. People left. Oh, you could pop on for a few. You're at work. Oh, no worries then, man. It's all good. But if you want to learn more about this KvK game mode, you go make sure to check out Dirty Dan's videos. He like extensively made a lot of videos when they played this game mode. I think their last KvK, which they ended up winning. My comment on your video is doing great. What did you comment? Dismantle the Chiskel curse. That's funny. Extensively long videos? I was gonna say very detailed videos. But yeah. Are we winning? I mean, which side are you rooting for, I guess? That's a real question. So this is an interesting KvK because it's not the flag building. So that means that random TPing and having people that can random TP is actually super important compared in this game mode compared to other game modes, or KvK modes rather. Because the random TPs really dictate if you can build your forts or not, and building forts seem to be like the biggest thing right now. There you go. Here's a big mirror ball. Next registration. Next KvK registration. I'm not too sure when we're planning to register for KvK. I think we'll probably take a skip or 2, maybe 3. I don't know. We'll see. We have a lot of new migrants, and then we came out of 2 tough KvKs, so we will have to see when we go in. Oh, JST running. And that the chords that you're sending. I think we could take a look at this fight, because the Mimi flags are like, this is at the Mimi flag line, meaning that they will be able to reinforce their murder balls here, and then 2489 is just chilling. So there should be some pretty interesting fights coming along here. Let's see the next couple of flags come through. We could probably teleport out some cities. Oh, they're gonna go down this way. Probably trying to get to the river line. Is that the goal? Yeah, I think actually building around this river and trying to defend this river and then around here is probably going to be their play, although they don't have the forts to do so right now. So it looks like the top sides of both sides are kind of losing here, where 1175 isn't really building their forts, 1365 isn't really building any, are not building any forts whatsoever. Oh, there you go. We got a semblance of a murder ball coming through. JST. I'm guessing this is where Wib kind of routed JST. They're gonna go ahead and I guess bring the INT murder ball with them as well. So this is gonna be a pretty big fight here. Let's keep our eyes here. Long overdue for a hard KvK. It's been 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man, our fault. That's funny. I'm not too sure what the Diplo situation is. I actually don't know. If someone could let me know if you're in this KvK. I heard it was 2v2. But I'm not sure. Okay, it's still a 2v1v1. Okay. So it is top left and bottom right, 1365 and 2489 for context, versus 1846 / 1316, which is the bottom left camp, and then 1175, which is Mimi in the top right. I think it's interesting how last KvK, this is essentially a rematch of last KvK, where 1365 and 2489 were allied in that KvK as well, but they had 1188 in this map as well as 1079. So it's curious to see that like 1175 was group bundled up in a huge water camp with 1079 and 1188. And now in this KvK, the same matchup, although, you know, people did downsize, there's like, you know, different KD sizes now. Still pretty interesting that they, the matchmaking made it so that Mimi is on their own camp, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how that happened, but, or I don't even know how strong 1175 is compared to the other Imperiums here. But the fact that they were not matched up in their own camp, literally last KvK, and now they are, is kind of weird. The Baboon Squad, yeah, what's up, bus driver? How you doing, man? We're literally just talking about the armaments and how sad I was during that stream because we got someone else instead of you donating for the armament bundle. So I don't know, maybe I gotta buy the tier 2 of Armor Maniacs. The 1079 KvK, is there anything going on in that KvK? We'll probably keep our eyes here. I think it's gonna start getting pretty interesting once, specifically on this side, once the 2489 forts build, and then they start building towards these Mimi flags and Mimi forts. I have a feeling like this zone's gonna be a one stream zone, not gonna lie. But at the same time, I said that about the 2605 zone when they opened, and you know, that was kind of crazy against 960, but they stood strong there with their garrisons. Maybe that'll be the same thing with Mimi and 1365, right? I don't know.
Monkey, monkey, monkey.
Oh my goodness. Text to speech wildin', bruh. Buy all Armor Maniacs? I mean, it would be a good way to you know, welcome our new KD mates. But okay, this is my thing. I bought 10 gold chests for the year. Like, I bought the flux for it. It's on my main account, not on this account. I see 12, by the way. I bought my flux for the year. So like, I gotta use it wisely, you know. So I'm only gonna buy flux for holiday events, like if there's another draw event or if there's another Smithy's Hammers or something, I'll buy that. Or for Mountain Warfares, of course. That's my gold chest budgets. Standby troops might oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing. Where dude, yeah, could you kind of explain that? Like it's like if you could essentially just put backup troops into a flag. Ooh, here we go. Big murder ball coming through. Arsenal bought out the whole store when it came GT. You can do it to welcome Chiskel as well. The Cheese Meister. I don't know. I mean, I'm not that kind of whale. I'll welcome them to the KD by performing in KvK. Hey man, I made a whole stream and a video dedicated to. I was actually gonna buy what do you call it? What's that bundle called? King's Coronation. I was gonna finish King's Coro. That's how F2P I am. I haven't maxed out my King's Coro, but I didn't, because we have Alliance Mobilization coming up. I'm like, well, why am I spending now when I could spend then? We have 2 days for Alliance Mobilization. Garrisons don't die. Oh, next Farmer Fighter, I'm doing it monthly. We had one 2 months ago, so the next one's gonna be in another two weeks. I mean, 2 weeks ago. Next one's gonna be like probably April 5th. I don't know. We'll see. If I don't have anything to stream next week, maybe I'll do it next week. It's just been like the past couple of weeks have been crazy. Actually, I do have something to do next week. It's like outside of YouTube as well. It's like freelancer stuff. Then max the best bundle. The thing is, like, it's the best bundle, but it's always there, you know what I mean? Like, I could max it whenever I want to, I guess. Versus all the other bundles is like a limited time offer. Like, max it now or else, or forever hold your peace. So I maxed those. So we got some people in this JST murder ball getting hit by the 1316 people. 1316 is a strong kingdom, by the way. Like I at least if they're, you know, the same strength when we allied like a couple KvKs ago, like they're actually a really strong A seed. If they're an A seed, they used to be a B seed when we were allied with them. Uh-oh, they dipping. Wake up! If you want to apply, we're doing it on Discord now. We have a Discord forum, or forum, F-O-R-U-M, forum. Is that how you say it? And we do Farmer Fighter on there, so. $1316 Dracothian? Is that true? I know he used to be in 1307. I don't know if he was in 1316. Let me see. Let me. We got a new migration Discord. That's why. There you go. Oh, I didn't even put the link on my Discord. I'm dumb. I just noticed. Why did no one tell me? I didn't put the freaking link to my stream on the Discord. I just put the title. Whoops. There you go. Oh, that's funny. Because my thumbnail got cropped. I'm gonna show this after this murder ball fight. Whoops. I clicked League of Legends by accident. What's that open? So. $1916 was his thing, yeah. They got wiped? I mean, yeah, it's looking like the 1846 murder ball's winning. It's still ongoing though, like they're still pushing. But I think the numbers are going towards 1846's favor. Although there are some reinforcements coming through for 1365. Yeah, 93 has no opponents now. That's true. What kingdom are they gonna fight next? That was the big question that I had during the last KvK. Call it water? Well, not every kingdom, not every person in the chat knows what water is, right? So I think it's pretty common for the biggest kingdom, unless it's like 3 equally sized kingdoms, which was water last KvK. I think it's fine to call water camp 1846, just a short form. No disrespect to 1316. $23.77 and $24.29. No disrespect to those two kingdoms. If 1093 doesn't downsize, then the sheer numbers of 1093 is gonna overwhelm them. Like if they overwhelm 960, then they're gonna overwhelm those two kingdoms. They had 2 no match founds going into that 960 KvK, if I remember correctly, right? So that's kind of tough. So yeah, it looks like, all right, the water camp murder ball routing the 1365. In this situation, if you're getting targeted down, don't you just like turn around and stat base? Because it's gonna get free. It's gonna get hit for free. The Liangs. This is the downside of Liang. Very low movement speed. Just getting run down by, mowed down by the water camp murder ball here. No match channels when there's no dimming system? Oh, I guess that's true. But I don't think anyone has the same amount of active players as they do. That's a thing. Let's go check. Let's go updates with this side of the map. Looks like it's still the same 2489 murder ball around these Mimi flags. Although, actually no, this is Mimi. Oh, this is a Mimi mirror ball. One versus all. The thing about one versus all KvKs is that they suck for the all. Especially if you're not connected to a zone against your opponent. So, for example, this KvK was a one versus all. And it was, for example, like this is not, I pretend 1093 was here and then there's all these kingdoms. This kingdom on the bottom right is kind of screwed because like they can't fight until essentially zone 7. And even when, or past 7, and even when past 7's open, they have to build and they have to like, so one versus all KvKs are always sucks for one kingdom or a couple kingdoms if it's like a different map. Hey, Ant Zoned, what's up? 500 active players and we're getting 200 more next migration? What kingdom is that? Yuge YSG, Herman YSG? I think Herman. What kingdom is 13 at 94? Interesting. I mean, that's definitely an approach that not a very popular approach nowadays. The multiple alliance approach. But best of luck. Like we saw it work out for 1093. I think like the thing about having so many players is you have to have a really solid and organized KD and leadership. It's a lot of work to lead and satisfy that many players. Are we gonna be Imperium? I think we're still not Imperium. I'm not too sure how long that'll last though. Like my main hospital's still full. As I do barb ports or barbs because I don't want to get sevs. I heal like 2k and then do barbs, refill the hospital. Let's take a look at these chords. Oh, whoa. JST City getting zeroed from a whip player. Oh my goodness. Watch Just Cities, everybody. Oh, he's not continuing the swarm? Oh, refreshing coming back. Let's keep our eyes here. Nah, they're up. They got the carts coming through. That means they are around. We'll see if Glocky saves their homie here. Oh yeah, wait, 1365's where Furious and I know 12's there, but I forgot Furious is here as well because I saw Fury. I'm like, isn't there? Oh yeah, Furious. That's a Panther question. I have no idea what's going on with migration. Panther, are we done with migration or are we still going? Like we still have slots, I know that. Yeah, it looks like it looks like Glocky got the homie, so that's not gonna be a threat no more. It's like 800 or 900, I'm not sure. $960 was never a real kingdom. I don't know. I feel like in the 960 situation, like I feel like a lot of people were gonna retire regardless. Like I even heard against the KvK that we played against them that a lot of people were gonna retire and they didn't. I feel like they are a well-built kingdom and they still will be. It's just people were looking for a reason to retire and, you know, ending it off on a loss, like, or ending it off on not even a loss, but I think it's ending it off on a KvK against 1093. kind of satisfies like what else can you do in Rise of Kingdoms at this point for some of the players, right? I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's what people are thinking, but like that's just like what I'd assume. Now, why did Ruz change his... what the hell? Why did he change his profile picture to like a catfish? Hello? Oh, 800, okay. 800 said hooray. Leopard said hell nah. I never talked to Leopard, but you know, he was friends with Redline, and any friends of Redline is friends with mine. By the way, Redline, coming onto the podcast for this upcoming Saturday, Ploto Pod episode 3. If you guys want to check it out, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the stream, send it out to your homies. We'll be streaming for a little bit, at least until the territory touches, I think. I don't know. We'll see how hungry I get. Hey, Dino, what's up, man? I saw you on Bus Driver's stream earlier yesterday. Bus Driver had his first stream ever. His internet sucked, so it was a tough stream to watch, but it's a fun stream to be part of. Appreciate the 5 again, man. 13 KvKs in 3 years, right? Dynasty's got to end sometime. I still think they're going to be good. Like, I still think that 960 is going to be one of the strongest KDs in Rise of Kingdoms. Like, for all the counts that are, for all the players that are, you know, retiring, there's probably going to be other players that want to take their place. As, you know, 960, the brand name of 960 is still going to be like the go-to KD, one of the go-to KDs. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that hurt 960 for sure, is that I don't remember the last time they dropped Imperium. Even in that 8 Imperium KvK that we had against them, they weren't able to drop Imperium. So if they're able to get...
We big chillin' in here.
A decent migration in, like, I'm sure there's a lot of people that would want to go. Painter. I'm guessing that means Panther. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're going to be given to other players. I was told that they're always Chinese or players from the Chinese server that want to come over to the international server, and their main point of entry is usually 960. So we'll see. I think the big thing about 960 is that there's a lot of players like known staples of 960 retiring and leaving. That's like why people are panicking. But overall, I think I still think they're gonna be great KD. Why did Sam apply? Yeah. Man, I'm reading chat too much. I haven't sent out my gatherers at all. Wait. On this farm, I'm on a farm account so that I could send my main account gatherers and my other farm account gatherers on my phone, so I could be productive. What's up with 1365? You guys tell me. I don't know. I mean, I have no clue. Yo, Elsa Cross, yo, what is going on? It's been a minute, yeah. Hopefully you've been well. This guy is still using Wii in 960. Do you even still play there, bro? Like I thought you were one of the. Is your account still there in 960? Oh, my dog crying. Don't play Rock anymore. I've been busy with 2 kids. Gotcha. See, that's also another reason why people are leaving. Like, I heard C Will. I don't know if C Will was leaving, but he had his kid, right? So definitely have to take a step back and, you know, take care of the kids, take care of your real life stuff first. Nobody plays a game that they beat already, damn. Weren't they not gonna fight? No, 1365 were gonna fight. It was 1846, the people that are beating 1365 right now that and 1316 that said they weren't gonna fight, but they are fighting now. Let's see where the flag lines are. Oh no. Oh, this is Jover actually. Wait, let's keep our eyes here. They can't even build flags anymore because they don't have they don't have field presence. That's tough. He's staying? Okay, that's good to hear. Who's March cheat sheet am I gonna get off of if Sibo retires? And also he's like he's a fellow Torontonian, so. PM, 3am feedings would be boring without Rock. I mean, I'm sure that's why Redline still plays. I'm sure that's why Panther still plays, although. There you go, you got some people coming through. I mean, I guess the good thing is they were able to secure the river line here. At this point, you should have started building forts a while ago. But at this point, you could build forts behind your flags and then, you know, secure this river line if you want to build forts. But it looks like they're not interested in that at all. We will watch the staring contest. I mean, they're amassing quite a couple of players. Maybe they could start pushing soon. He was in the GTA, yeah. Why are rivers so important? Rivers are important because it allows you to have a strategic choke point. And where if you have, like, for example, if you build a fort out in the middle of nowhere, it's kind of easier to attack. But if you build a fort like around here, they'll have to walk around and, you know, do all kinds of shenanigans to maneuver their way over. Which makes it a lot easier to defend. That's one of the biggest things about rivers. Same thing with mountains. Like you could build a fort behind this mountain, or like I don't know where the best. I guess like in this mountain here, it's harder to attack because then your flag lines are gonna not have as many TP spaces. So just trying to manipulate terrain as much as possible to make it as defensible as possible, right? So it's like a moat. Bridges, yeah, bridges are so good. 100%. Against a 960 KvK, I think I got 1.5 billion KP off of one bridge alone. Just standing there for like 5 days. Like bridges and all that kind of stuff. Because you know how when you open field, your murder, like your march is spread, right? for example, if you're hitting this barb, your first march hits, and then your second, third, fourth, your first march is going to go around this barbarian, which, you know, makes you out of position and all that kind of stuff. On a bridge, because it's so narrow, you're forced to, you know, be in a straight line. So it's all about micro on a bridge, honestly. You don't have to micro your positioning, you just have to micro your aggro and like where you walk and all that stuff. You could shoot V formation over river, yeah. So if someone had V formation, if you had JT towers from 960, just like over here, they'd be peppering on on this murder ball, and then the water camp couldn't do anything about it. Oh, there you go. Got one hit. Surprised it's Margaret and not damn. Surprised it's not Cordoba. Maybe it's Cordoba secondary, because Cordoba's kind of broken. Oh, they're going in? Oh, they're going in. They're like, yo, screw this arrow tower. We're gonna go in. The arrow tower being the professional instigator here. Let's see how this murder ball goes. Honestly, I feel like 1365 in this situation have the numbers. Of course, in dot mode, you can't really see. But especially with the AFK marches from 1846, they should have a numbers advantage, hypothetically. I'm kind of curious now to 2268's next KvK and kind of our strength, because like our murder balls have not been our strong suit. I don't know if the 2605 crew will help with that. We will have to see. Siege is already viable, that's a thing. It's just not, it's like there's usability with Siege with Cordoba already. Cordoba is such a strong commander. The only thing is it's so costly to invest into Siege, which is why there's so little people that do it. Like, for example, you have to open up specifically for V formation and search for Siege. You have to train up Siege, like T4, T5 Siege, which, you know, most kingdoms, if you're an Imperium KD, make you delete Siege. I don't even have T5 Siege unlocked on my main account. You know, so I'd have to invest in that and, you know, add an additional like 3 million power permanently onto my account, which would go permanently towards matchmaking for my KD. The gear, you have to craft gear, and that gear is not cheap. It's not made out of bones or anything. It's still made out of the leather and the iron and the ebony, which is just super costly. But if you are a whale and, you know, you have that capability of investing in said march, like I think it will pay dividends in the future. Gotta do Marauders. Yo, Mr. None of it. Yeah, do your Marauders, man. Better for a new account starting out. That's an interesting take. Like, I feel like it has the same, actually no, it's not even the same. Like it's the V formation is just so tough to invest in. Like, although I always get siege stats on wedge formation, maybe it's still gonna be the same for V. Yeah, 605 was super behind the other two. Primarily because they didn't even have a Kingsland fight. A lot of those stats came from Kingsland. You could just focus siege early. I mean, that's true, but at the same time, like, I don't think that's viable at this moment. You know what I mean? But like, if you really, I think there is a YouTuber that does siege only. But yeah. I guess like as a use case, it'd be like a player that just got into Rock and wants to go Siege only. Or a player that's super old, has a bunch of extra materials, a big whale, a lot of gold heads. So they could spare the materials and stuff to go Siege. Mr. C, yeah, I think I've seen Mr. Siege around. Who will be the strategist for our KD? I'm pretty sure it'll still be Nikki. He does the war stuff, I think. I don't know. It's kind of committee based over there. I think Makote is still in 1846. I haven't heard anything about it migrating, and I feel like if Makote migrated out, that'd, you know, stir up a lot of noise and hoopla, but the fact that we haven't heard anything means that he's still there, right? I'd assume. And thanks to the new subs. Dex, I'm gonna just call it Dex for life, and then Hey Ya Dude 3. I'm sure there's other subs, but it's only people that have subs public. So appreciate it. Dr. Sam, I don't know anything about migration, so that's a Panther question. And I'm actually surprised that 1846 was able to hold this. Like, they should be pretty disadvantaged with the cities nearby. You know, like they could just instantly refresh here and just bring marches. Like what happened to 1365? Like I'm kind of frazzled with what's going on, because you have to remember 1365, with the help of 1818, was able to beat 1093 two KvKs ago, essentially. The real question is, where's Michael Shaw and why is he not in? Why are you not in 2268? It is only 2 alliances, that's true. So they were 4 alliance kingdom and they downsized to 2. Is that what happened? Or were they 3 alliance kingdom? But at the same time, you would kind of expect that what they got into the 2 alliances would be the quality players, and try to, you know what I mean? Like when you downsize, you're not supposed to. I mean, you do get worse, of course, but at the same time, like, you would hopefully keep the quality of your KD. Let me ask Cortex. All right, I bet I'll ask him. Where's Cortex? Yo. The siege towers are still holding strong, by the way. I don't think they're hitting anyone, but they're there. Oh no, they are. There's one hitting someone. I saw the reports for the siege towers. They trade like 1 to 5, 1 to 4, 1 to 5, which is crazy, for free. May want to go at it during Kingsland. That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. I don't know this KvK game mode, if there's any merit to even fighting in this zone. Maybe there isn't. That's why both Mimi and 1365 are holding it back. Pew pew pew. Yeah, 1846 and 1316 are complete quality as well. That's true. I mean, 1846, you know, being one of the like they've always been solid, even when they downsize. Like they've always been solid. People were kind of concerned when Laguna retired, but I guess Raw Ability and their crew are doing well. I don't know, and I don't know anyone from 1846, by the way. Even though I know the names, I just don't know them personally. But they look like they're doing a good job with what they're doing. 1316, I was told, is like there's a lot of old 960 players over there, so. Oh, there you go. The fort's built, and now they're skillful craftsmaning over. Ooh. The initial fort's built, so the speedy forts. The Mimi fort also didn't build, so this zone looks like it's Jover. I'm not even gonna look over there. But these flags are gonna start being under intense pressure once these flags start getting built from. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they do have fast build on, so. So yikers. Yeah, this KvK is basically HA, yeah. Agreed. I used to be in 1846, the lead of... Oh, and I see how they're using it. Yeah, they're using it to block the the flag line. The alliance I was in when I was in 1846, I was in Sin, S-I-N. I migrated there, I believe it was for KvK 3. I went there with a group. But yeah. 12 inches in there, yeah. 12 inches, at least I saw him in here somewhere before. I don't know if I see him now. There's a lot of people in here, so kind of hard to distinguish. Oh, we played together? Oh, that's funny. I didn't last long there, honestly. A lot of my friends were in LIU, and I kind of felt isolated in Sin. So I ended up quitting that account and then making a jumper. The friends, though, I ended up reconvening with, and let me just keep a marker here, by the way. I ended up reconvening with, and that's what makes the majority of, well, that's that. Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, there's a murder balling up here too. Like, the 2268 jumper group was essentially a lot of 1846 members that used to be in the same KD, but then a KD fell apart, so then we went to 1846, but then we just wanted to play together in the same alliance again. Because we had some people in WIB, we had some people in LIU, we had some people in Sin, some people in BIA, like we're all over the place. And we just want to be in the same alliance, so then that's how we made 2268. Yeah, Argo and I forgot her name, but they were chill. Like, it was nothing against 1846, I just wanted to play with my friends. Sue, yeah. They probably don't know me. I was a nobody. I was a nobody. Super low spender. I was essentially only let in because of my group. So. As we get the fight underway here. 2489 versus Mimi. I actually think Mimi's pretty favored in this situation. Being in Mimi territory, they get territory buffs, they could refresh faster. Hey Dracul, what's up, man? They're pulling punches to make it look more balanced. That'd be crazy. Imagine like that'd be an interesting tactic. Oh, you have to deal with them every day being in leadership. Yeah. What's up, Gengar? So yeah, Pro is one of the people that left me when he was eating up in LIU. I was in sin by myself. Mimi's getting crushed. It looks like they are. Let's look at the sad face speedometer here. Yeah. Oh my goodness. As soon as you go in dot mode, you see going up is Mimi, going down is 2489, and there's a lot more sad faces going up than down. Benjamin's leaving. Where did Leopard's account go? These are all questions that I don't have answers to, but if anyone knows in the chat, feel free to put it in. Yeah, Makote. What's his name? Marquinhos from PSG, unless he moved teams. I don't know. I don't really keep up with football like that. Football. Oh, 1384, some low seed Indo-Katie. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, we're like we're 22CC is essentially an Indonesian KD with Peacemaker, you know. You could have came here. They are coming with the reinforcements, so I actually think 2489 will be routed soon. Like, they'll have to refresh. Although they are coming with reinforcements too. The random TPs from 2489. Oh, we're already king in 1384. Okay. I mean, what Benjamin was originally from 1945, if I could remember correctly. I might be wrong. So back to Indo roots. And I know a lot of the Indonesian Rise of Kingdoms play, they actually meet up in real life. So only having one farmer out, I'm sacrificing this one farm account so that I could stream undelayed. Like, I could go back. I have the itch right now too, but I don't think people want to see me send out my farmers. Yeah, with Nagiri, right? Oh. Oh, you know what? I'm just realizing for siege gear, you don't actually need to go siege. You can go leadership set. It's not as good as siege, but at least, you know, you could use it. But yeah, there you go. The tides have changed. The tides of this war have changed to where 2049 is now the ones getting routed. Just the consistent reinforcements from Mimi. And then how far away the territory for 2049 is kind of resulted to the outcome. So, although they are reballing up down here, so maybe they will continue pushing. Yeah, he was from 1365. I'm guessing he's one of the ones that migrated out. There were a lot of big. I think there were two big Indonesian KDs back in the day, like 1945 and 1664 were the two that I know. There might be more, but I guess they're trying to rebuild the Indonesian kingdoms. Because it like kind of spread all over the place. 1994? I didn't know about 1994. And they're recalling here now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the flag lines here. They should be pretty close now. Yeah, look at that. Although, wait. JST and them were finally able to build up. Although they're not building flags anymore. Looks like they are committed to this river. Are they going to continue building flags on this side of the river? Looks like they are not. So we can go ahead and check out this murder ball. They are 1, 2, 3 flags away. 2 flags after this flag builds before touching. So these fights actually matter a lot. Check the murder ball size here. It's kind of hard to tell, I guess, with how tight this murder ball is compared to this one. But we'll have to see. They're super close. Canyon event versus 1v. Damn. Hey, what's up, Semtopia? Yeah, 1v is I wonder how they're doing now. But they're definitely not at the peak of their powers anymore. Do 1365 versus 1316 and 1846. Honestly, like I think this is gonna be a pretty even fight with the murder ball size. (2429) they got a huge migration in, so they're definitely gonna be a kingdom to fight. You know, in the top end of imperiums, they're gonna be up there too. They're probably waiting for this flag to build so that they can build another flag. I'm surprised there's no air tower to instigate the fight yet again. Last time, the reason why their two murder balls clashed was because of an arrow tower. One singular arrow tower. There you go, they got the flag down. One flag away. Oh! This is who we're talking about, right? So he's still in 1365. No one likes being shot in the face at, yo, facts. I mean, like, you see an arrow tower, like, I get it, you want to hit it as soon as possible. Like, I feel the same way. The thing about the arrow tower is 1v1, they, like, the Cordobas at least, they trade pretty evenly. It's just when you get swarmed down, that's the big problem. Yeah. I'm having my first meal of the day right now. I got some spam with fried rice. Yeah, John L. Arrow towers are super strong. 100p. I was actually tempted to invest in some until I saw that, like, if you didn't have to go V, like, open up V formation, formations weren't a thing, I'd actually go for an arrow tower march. Not gonna lie, no cap. My 6th march would probably be an arrow tower. Cordoba plus Gajah Mada, or is that the best pair? Farm accounts. Maybe that's a play. I don't know. Oh, there you go. The murder balls are clashing. Look, they're going towards the arrow tower. They're beelining for that arrow tower. They're like, yo, screw this arrow tower guy. Oh my goodness, that's kind of funny. Honestly, maybe arrow towers is a distraction because, you know, if you have players dedicated to hitting the arrow tower, your murder ball is not going to be as effective because it's not everyone's pushing the same direction. Usually you want everyone to be in a tight-knit ball, kind of like in one area pushing the same direction, but if you kind of disperse, it kind of degrades the effectiveness of your murder ball in a way. That's why people say ball up, ball up, ball up, because if you hit the middle of their murder ball, you kind of are able to have more push power in said murder ball and kind of be more effective. So maybe there is some merit to the arrow tower distraction strat. Epic siege commanders. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe that's the thing for KvK 1 or something. Next KvK, I'm not too sure when we're planning on. We didn't get our first pop yet, so we're probably still far away from queuing up for KvK. But we'll have to see. I'm not in leadership or anything, so I don't want to speak on behalf of the kingdom and then it ends up being Cav. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're queuing up here. It's like, oh, actually, we're not. Yeah. I got my Siege gear bus driver approved. 6 set of gear though. I don't think I'm gonna do a 6 set of gear anytime soon. As at full time, I'm a full-time YouTuber now. Trying it out for a year, but that does mean my income is a lot lower. So I don't know if I could get 7 marches in a KvK regularly anymore. So getting that 7th march is not gonna be ideal. I'm probably gonna be sticking with 5 marches. I can't wait to see how we do as well. Both with good and bad. I think that's kind of a good like no matter who it is, when you migrate in a group, it's always going to be some uncertainty. With infamy of the group that we have, like there's been a lot of negativity about it, but I've been treating it like a normal group where it's like, you know, you're optimistic for the results, but you'll never know until you get into KvK. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be running 6 march. What I usually do is I go up the tech tree without getting the fast 6 march. I get my 6 march from unlocking expand formations 2 at the end, so that I could get to the swarm tech as soon as possible. Is Ziel better than Liu Che? I think for a murder ball, you're gonna be more effective with Ziel. Ziel does overall like more things for a murder ball, a lot of debuffs, all that kind of stuff. Liu Che though, in my opinion, if you want KP, he's the commander to get. Like he gets so much KP so fast. Liu Che Alex, the best cheeseburger march right now in the game, in my opinion. Especially if you have good arch formations. Like, it's pretty crazy how good Liu Che is for getting KP. I think I saw during the Peacemaker stream, Peacemaker has like 100 million or 150 million kills with Liu Che over 2 KvKs. Like, you know, like I don't know if there's any other commander that could do something like that. Herman's definitely a tier above both of them though, in terms of just open field effectiveness. If you're talking about open field effectiveness and, you know, like the impact on the open field, Herman then Liu Che, then probably Herman then Liang, then probably Liu Che. Like the AoE of damage and debuffs that those 2 archer commanders have is pretty broken, especially when they're paired together. Herald be better? I don't have Herald, so Herald would probably be better, but I think Liu Che with Alex, I like it because it's a preset where I don't have to change it. If I'm cheeseburgering, I don't want to have a specific cheeseburger preset. I just have like an open field preset, and then my Liu Che Alex could both set as an open field march where the debuffs and buffs that Alex brings is super powerful and still useful out in the open field. But at the same time, you know, still seconds as a cheeseburger march. His poison, Herman's poison makes it stacks on an opponent march, and then it makes them take more skill damage. I think up to 45% if I'm remember correctly. Let me check. Herman. Oh, this is my farm account. I forgot. I don't know what his outline looks like. Let's go. Legendary archer.
This rose blooms as red as Roman blood.
Do I have him? Oh, here. 15 times. So yeah, you could take up to 45% extra skill damage when you get 15 stacks, which is, you know, really strong. And it's AoE too, so if you have a bunch of Hermans, and this is what we were talking about during the shorts for Archer tier list, the ROK Archer tier list short, and then the overall open field commander tier list with the Resin Cortex. Like if your kingdom mass adopts Herman, you get your stacks to 15 so fast, and then, you know, it kind of snowballs the murder ball because the amount of skill damage. Imagine you take 45% extra skill damage. Herman already does 2k damage factor, and then the Liang on top of it, it's gonna be like crazy. It's gonna be super crazy. Lambo, what's up, man? Herman sucks on Maxim, just go infantry. As the Archer main, I think Lambo would be the type to say that, huh? Let me just make sure. Yeah. Exclamation point Lambo. If you guys want some Archer tips, I think one of the best parts about Lambo's stream is he reads every comment and helps you out. So if you have any, and he like streams daily, so like around reset you could probably catch him. Oh, is this Furious? I think it is. It is, yeah. So you could always catch him and ask him questions. JC Murderball over here somewhere. Oh, they're back here. But yeah, they got routed by 1846. And now I believe the next flag should be touching. Although, were they able to burn it? Is that what happened here? They aren't building the flag as of yet. Let's go and check the other side. Oh, the flags here are about to touch as well. Although it does look like 2489 definitely having the upper hand in this 1v1 going on here. This flag just started building from 2489, so got a little bit of time before. I think skillful for Mimi is over. So 2489 is going to be able to touch these flags here, and the lack of forts from Mimi indicates to me that similar to 1365, they're probably going to bow out of this zone within a day or two, and not, you know, they're not going to focus on guarding forts for weeks on it, I guess. Yeah, 2489, they're going deep here. It's pretty much a wipe. I think this side's more competitive, so we're gonna go ahead and continue taking a look at what's going on this side. Sorry, I had to type that because that question was asked as soon as I took a bite of my food. That's the tides of war. But yeah. There you go, the flag's now building. So this flag, the first flag, burning flag, should be happening soon. Baba went to 32 something. I forgot the KD. But he migrated to 3k KD. Tides of War is confusing. I feel like I have to play the KvK to kind of understand the mechanics and the the little nuances that it brings, but I definitely think it's a potential KvK mode that, you know, we would want to queue up in. 3281, yeah, there you go, 3281. Yeah. I remember when the Ploto pod with Pho, he was talking about how Baba was gonna migrate the day after, and he did end up migrating, so. What happened to JST? They downsized, is what I've been told. There's like, there are conspiracy theories building in the chat where they're like, what were you guys saying? It's like, oh yeah, they're losing this zone on purpose to make it like KvK look more fair. I don't know if that's true or not. But they're not building any forts, which is interesting. Because I feel like forts in this KvK game mode, especially with the fast build, are super important. You fast build your fort, and then you turn on Skillful Craftsman. But they didn't do that. The main alliance there gets 45 gold chests per day. Damn. Yeah, Osno went to 960. Too fast coalition. Let's go ahead and check. And yeah, like I don't think I think similar to my thing was like similar to Heroic Anthem. Like you don't want to zero yourself in the first zone because like this zone, I don't know if there's anything meaningful for this zone. I mean they're still really powerful KD in terms of power. Like I don't know if I don't even think there's bastions in this zone. So like what do you even get realistically? You get the holy sites, you get a movement speed here, 10% movement speed, you get the Huron, I guess, which is troop attack, which you know will be useful. Troop defense. But at the end of the day, the zone, like if you just get troop attack, troop defense, it doesn't really mean too much. Although I guess there are these passes, I don't know if they mean anything. This is not in Heroic Anthem, these pass 9s. So well, we will have to see. Oh, interesting. So that I remember where I was talking about skillful arsonist, and that should be a skill, because like watching flags burn is kind of boring. I guess that's what Tides of War has. This is the Mimi side, Tash. The flag lines are just about to build. I think this flag was just put down actually, because they still have fast build in 489. It's been actually, this is actually pretty even now that I look at it, but before 489 was actually pushing Mimi pretty hard. Good, keep our eyes here for now. '68 picked up some absolute rock monsters. I'm looking forward to see how we do next KvK. I don't want to be cocky and be like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Like, we're gonna have to prove it on the open. We're gonna have to prove it in a KvK, and we'll have to see what happens. But it's exciting. Small quirks like tides, like that troops TP back into cities is kind of fun. Like a bus driver trolling. What are the allies? It's 1365 and 2489. They're allied. But then Mimi, I believe, is by themselves, and 1846, I believe, are by themselves. So it's 2v1v1 because the Diplo broke down. from what I was told. There might have been the 24. I mean, what do you call it? Maybe 1846 just are now deciding to ally with 1175. I didn't receive any news about that. I don't even know if I could cheeseburger 1093. Like, they have so many people out in the open field. Yeah. Like, I don't think that, I don't blame 960 for losing that KvK at all, where like 960 did their thing. It's just like the thing about 960 that people have to understand is the way that they play is their openings are always not the best. Like even in our Kingsland in that 5v3, it looked pretty dire, but what they do is they have the consistent pressure over and over and over again, where the pressure that they have in a pass opening is going to be pretty much the pressure that they have the whole zone. Meanwhile, for most KDs like us and 1034, like we have that really big pass opening where everyone's on, and then it starts dwindling down and dwindling down. The Asians fall asleep first, then the Europeans, and then the North Americans. And when during the downtime, they just consistently push their objectives. 1093, their downtime is so short. Like they I won't even call it a downtime. It's like a less active time. They only lost like what, 1 or 2 flags, and then they just instantly woke up and they were able to continue to push, and that's how they're able to win. Because of the sheer amount of players that they had, and I feel like a lot of those players didn't sleep. They're able to push out 960 at the end, and yeah, you have to play 24/7 for sure. Bro, blame the Asians. I mean, the thing is, like, pass opening is usually like midnight for Asia, so I'm not blaming Asians. It's just like the pass openings usually suck for Asian time zones, like every single time. Yeah, and the thing is, it's a lot easier to defend. Like, it's a lot easier to defend in I don't know about you guys. I feel like War is Unbound. Like the garrisons for that KvK are crazy, right? Although, talk about garrisons. That's I should be using these more. Did it work? I don't think it did.
Bruh.
Oh, there you go. Took a while. Had to load. XD, the more stats, meaning numbers are more important. Yeah, I guess that's true. Rip Guan Garrison. Rip indeed. Maybe wait. How does it? You guys are telling me if a flag burns, it burns indefinitely. Like it's done. Is that how it works? Oh, they're gonna start swarming this flag down. Hopefully, there's not a Guan garrison in this flag as well. Sargon primary. We got Sargon believers in 2489. Oh, there you go. Impossible to heal. You speed up the time and burns and increases. Oh. When it's 3 hours, can't touch flag. I feel like I'm getting tutorialized by my chat. Shout out to the chat. Out of a scale, everyone that played Tides of War, out of a scale from 1 to 10, like, well, where would you put the KvK mode in terms of funness? Is that a word? Funness? Funnability? 3? Dirty Dan with a 10. 8 out of 10. 8. I feel like it's if anything, it's more of a headache for leadership, right? But it could be fun too. 4 out of 5. Yeah, I think it's like it's a burden on leadership. At the same time, like Dirty Dan was having the time of his life talking about it, so I'm playing it. Yeah, it's just Mimi for now. 2489 is fighting Mimi. I don't think they have they didn't capture the pass on the side, although they are starting to build a little bit. Oh wow, that's where 1365 is going. Like, yup, we're out of this zone. We're out of here. I mean, they're still here, I guess, but you know, kind of. But they already have the exit plan. I'm doing good. Second SOC KvK, so it's better than HA. It might be interesting to play. It might be interesting to play. I guess I gotta keep streaming now. Pro told me to keep streaming. There are a lot of players here, by the way. Look at this. It's giving me flashbacks. How would it work? My question is, how would it? Is it alliance skills like the tides? Like, is it per alliance or by kingdom? If it's by kingdom, how would it work if you have multiple kingdoms in the same camp? I don't know. We'll have to see when I feel like it's one of those KvK modes where you have to key into it to completely understand what's going on. It's by alliance. Gotcha. Okay. Kind of broken, did 12 hours of barbed with boost from alliance skills. Most irrelevant. Honestly, I feel like there's a case for the one that I think I would like the least is probably Warriors Unbound. I actually think Nile for lower seeds is actually pretty good. Even though I had a bad experience with Nile. I feel like there is a place for Nile. I don't like how big the Warriors Unbound map is, and then it takes forever to build flags, and then like it was a fun KvK to watch last KvK, but like I don't know. What's that Desert Conquest KvK? That was probably the worst one. I never played it, but like I never even watched it. It was that irrelevant. But I thought we were talking about current KvK game modes. I don't think Desert's a thing anymore, right? Sorry to all the people dying, but I want to check. Lost Kingdom list. Like, Desert's not even listed as a KvK mode. Oh, it is. When was the last time anyone seen a Desert Conquest pop, though? I haven't heard of anyone going into Desert for like the longest time, like maybe a year or two. Desert still a thing? We doing Desert? Okay, then it's definitely Desert then. My bad. It's that irrelevant that I didn't even know it's still a KvK. Yeah, I heard you have to like, you have to walk like 30 minutes, sad face, and then walk back 30 minutes. So that sounds horrible. Yeah, 1412. It was like, I think it was more than the last. It was like a year and a half ago. Because I remember I was playing Fall Guys with 1254, and then they're like, everyone buy the camel Fall Guys suit in tribute of 1412. Okay. Storm of Stratagems? I never played that one either. I haven't seen that one. Blocking KvK. Talk about March of Ages. People are saying Storms of Stratagems is fun. A coming stream with Jiskel. I mean, Jiskel's busy with his Call of Dragons Kings, and I think that's what he's been doing. But yeah, we're now officially in the same alliance, which is cool. I wasn't like I've never been in alliance in Rise of Kingdoms with Jiskel, but we were for a full season in Call of Dragons in the same alliance, so. And of course, you know, we cast Osiris League together, so. I think Slinger did migrate out, sadly. Got busy IRL, so. Did you say if you're doing OL streaming officially again this season? There hasn't been any it's not confirmed nor it's not confirmed yet. But hopefully, it was fun last season. I feel like last season was kind of an intro, a test, because that was my first time casting anything. Definitely a lot of mistakes made, but hopefully I could bring those learnings into this new season. I appreciate it, yeah, and I'm trying to be more concise with because I think the biggest thing for me last season was I hate awkward silence. So I felt like I needed to keep talking because there's no background. One, there's no there's no game audio for Osiris League streams. And then in the first couple of streams, there wasn't even any background music, so just be me talking in my voice. But I think, you know, thinking on my feet, being more in tune and learning more about Osiris League, because before I casted Osiris League, I only watched Osiris League like once, twice. Like I'm not an Osiris League guy that like knows all the matchups and all that kind of stuff. So it was all a learning experience, and I learned on the fly, and hope you guys enjoyed it. So that's good to hear. And we have Only Farmer with the raid. What's up, Only Farmer? Thank you for the raid. Be sure to check her out. Another content creator from 2268. People are saying, what are you gonna do? What's gonna happen? You have Chiskel and Ploto. When in reality, 2268's had 6 content creators for a while. Like, we're just adding one more. Although, you know, the shadow of Chiskel is gonna be huge. But at the same time, like, hopefully you guys will still enjoy and, you know, watch the both of us and watch all 4 of us that are streaming at the same time. Redline with the 5 gifties. GG's in the chat from my boy Redline. Coming onto the Ploto pod soon. As you can tell, Redline, the reason I haven't sent the itinerary is because I've been streaming. But as soon as the stream's over, I'll send it over. And be sure to check out my boy.
Stonks.
Got a lot of love for Red. He like set me up on YouTube, picked me up when I was 200 subs. Oh man, hopefully you're doing well, man.
Stonks.
No need, we freestyle. Is that what you do for your pods? Nah, you had like a list. But yeah.
Stonks.
2v1v1 is what I was told. No one's told me that that's wrong, so I'm guessing it's still correct. Although look, JST and 1365 pushing out. I made 5 minutes before. Damn. So me setting out my itinerary like 3 days before, which I thought was, you know, already too late, is actually not bad. Jerry Springer of Rock live streams. Yeah, Redline's goated on streams, bro. Even the podcast that I do, like his, I copied his list. If you guys notice the list of things, like I copied that layout, low-key. Don't tell him though. Alrighty, so it looks like, ooh, they're going straight into the reball. I don't know if this is smart. We got 1365 now pushing into 1846 here. Best commander to replace Ethelfled? I don't think there's anyone. I don't think they're ever gonna touch Expedition. Not gonna lie. The thing about Expedition, and the reason why it's been the same, is I feel like if they change it, then like, I don't know. We have so many coins already like saved up. We're just gonna insta max the Expedition commander, which I'm sure they don't want. So I don't know what commander they'd add there. They probably add like a brand new commander, but the thing about it will probably be like not a meta commander that's available in KvK 1, same thing as Ethelfled, so that you could like choose which one you want, Ethelfled or this new commander. But yeah. How am I liking the full-time creator life, brother? I mean, it's chill. I've definitely been working more than I did in a 9-to-5. My whole goal for the month of March is to post one thing a day, like one stream, one short, or one video. I think I'm above that quota. I posted a video today and I'm also streaming, so you know, we're doing things. But yeah, it's been fun. I'm working on freelancing as well though, so we'll see. I worked in communication, so video editing, thumbnail making, like those are transferable skills. I also know web design and stuff, but I didn't make my own website, so the first month really got me. Being on your own schedule is tough, where well, one, like we're in the middle of KvK when I went full time, so I just streamed. Like I just streamed 24/7, didn't really make like videos and all that kind of stuff. 2, Pal World came out, so after KvK, like I was kind of lazy and just played Pal World. And 3, like it's hard to make a routine in the schedule. Like now I have a set routine. Like I mean, it's kind of bad. Like I edit until like 3 a.m. in the morning, and then I wake up at it's still bad, still working on it, but it works. So prices for editing. I mean, Lambo, if you want me to edit your videos, I don't know what the price would be. I mean, depend on what you want edit, like how much edits you want, right? I am not single. I've missed Ploto. Miraculously. I always say this whenever we talk about like dating and stuff. I'm like, I'm so happy I got a girlfriend before I started playing Rise of Kingdoms. I feel like if I didn't start dating Miss Ploto before I started playing Rock, then it would be like doomed for my love life. But You get a girlfriend because of Rise of Kingdoms? Yo, Nugget, what's up, man? Seeing the ads. I mean, there's been some love stories in Rock, but yeah. It's on your Tinder profile, said Henry. Damn, Henry. How many swipes, how many matches do you get? I don't even know how Tinder works. Like, I'm pretty old school. I never went on the dating websites or apps or anything. Al said Crosby remembers the Uncle Ben. Yeah, I tried to get her into it. She would get anxiety about it though. Well, not really anxiety, but like she didn't like the fact that you have to be consistently online. The kingdom that I first played in was 1873, and it was like civil war all over the place. So she was at work, and then there was someone trying to zero her, and she got like super anxious about it. Like someone was trying to attack her city. And she's like, yeah, this game's not for me. I don't want to be online 24/7. Like she wants a game where you could, you know, pause and play, and where there's an endpoint, and like she plays League with me. Like, well, she used to when we used to play League. Or like, you know, those not consistently online multiplayer games. We played Project Zomboid together, 7 Days to Die, like survival games. We played Power World together, played Baldur's Gate 3 together. We didn't complete any of those games, obviously, but like we played them. So professional rock player, 75 mil. That's funny. 13-16. I think it's kind of hard to judge performance of a single kingdom when they're in a camp with another kingdom, but I think overall Water Camp's been doing really well. What's the next KvK matchup you guys are looking forward to? I honestly never look at know what's going on with KvK matchups. Like, we just queue up and then it's like, oh, we're with them. Like, that's what happens. Like, oh, we're with 960. Hooray. But yeah. Higher the power, the more matches you get. I know in like some, like maybe in China, maybe in Korea, like for League of Legends, if you get discounted based off your rank, that'd be interesting if something like was like that for Rise of Kingdoms, but I doubt it. I don't think it's popular enough. You have started playing, got zero like 8 days in and quit? Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I love Project Zomboid. Project Zomboid is probably one of my favorite zombie survival games. Just like the depth of it. It's like, but the thing she didn't like about it was the permadeath, where if you die, you lose all of your character stats, which I understand. Like, and there's no way to turn it off, so we stopped playing. Like, she died, got sad. All like, imagine like grinding your character to gain all those skills, reading all those books and stuff, and then you just die and have to reset. So Baldur's Gate, we only made it halfway through. Actually, no, we made it like 75% through Act 1. We could have made it to Act 2, but what happened? I don't know. We stopped playing. Power World came out, I think. And she enjoyed that. 1093? We're not a match for you guys. Trying to face 1093? I don't even know if how that work. Yeah, Mimi's struggling. This is definitely more of a back and forth here, like at least in between territory. Mimi's literally getting pushed onto their own territory, I believe. Although, no, yeah, they're. Dated a girl and we played WoW together. She wasn't good enough paying, so we broke up. Oh my goodness. Mortal Enemies 2338. Who's pushing? Who's dominating? I would say 2489 on the right side that we're currently watching is pushing, and on the left side we have 1846 has been doing a really good job in this side, and 1846 and 1316 Water Camp is pushing against 1365. Tilinevsky or Justinian Nevsky? Tilinevsky is good for like counterattack situations. So if you think they're gonna swarm you down, Justinian Nevsky is better for damage. Easy win for 1365 and 2489. We'll have to see. Like I'm kind of curious. I mean, if it's a 2v1v1, then yeah, obviously there's no brainer that they're gonna win. But I don't know, if 1846 and 1175 like ally up, maybe there's a chance. Mortal Enemy 2338. Yeah, they're kind of getting wiped on this side. Let us go ahead and continue on with. Oh, they're getting wiped on this side too. Damn. I still have to eat my breakfast. Oh, Pi Day. You know what? Yo, Cam, that's actually a good point. That's a good excuse for me to get pizza for dinner. I'm gonna request it now. I'm gonna get pizza for dinner. Happy Pi Day, everybody. Recite 60 digits of pi. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know there's 60 digits. I didn't even know there's 60 digits. I know 3.14. I never heard of Pi Day. 3.1415. I know I had a friend where their phone password was like the first couple, I don't know how many digits of pi it was, but it was like a lot. It's infinite? Oh. I look like a dumbass. I want to see this flag get burned. That's why I'm staying here. I'm a geography kind of guy. I took AP math until grade 11. Not because I was... Not even because I was good at math. Just because I'm Asian and it was expected of me. Like I was pretty decent at math, but I do like Canyon Clash. Canyon Clash seems super boring. It's just like Lost Canyon and Sunset Canyon to me. I found a glitch, by the way. Make sure, like, the thing is, like, you can't leave. You can't leave in the middle of a fight. I tried leaving, and then it didn't give me credit for my win. So I don't know. AP 12 calculus. I was pretty good at calculus. I used to tutor people. It's funny because my last name's Lim, so every single time you every single time I wrote an equation, just write in my last name essentially in cursive. The limit to blah blah blah. But I literally lost all my knowledge since high school. I don't remember nothing. I don't remember anything. I hope we win our next KvK too. But honestly, like, if we get the same fights and we perform the same way, as long as we don't underperform, I think that's the biggest thing for me. Like, the baseline is like, we perform well for what's expected. It'd be nice to win, but as long as we do our thing as a KD, that's all that matters. Every time they come, just copy paste of some event. I was told that it looked like Clash of Clans. I never played Clash of Clans before. But they're like, oh, this is like Clash of Clans 2.0, whatever. Are they not burning this flag? Oh, they're burning this one? Or I'm kind of giving up on this. But it's what is it? It's lost fallacy or something. Like, you already spent so much time looking at this thing, then you might as well just keep looking at it. Why do I only have VIP 9? This is my farm account. Fishing event was overhyped? Yeah, the fishing event wasn't that fun either. Just give us Smithy's hammers or whatever. I want more blueprints, not gonna lie. That event was kind of fire for the blueprints. Yeah, this is Pleb Ploto. It's one of my newest farm accounts. I am actually here. I'm 18th now though, so I've went from 11th to 18th in terms of KP. There you go, here's a rally. Asher Bunapal with Henry. Seems to be the go-to rally for most Imperium KDs. We have Mixed Garrison here with Heraclius YSS. Is this yeah, Heraclius YSS? You can see the boat animation. No swarmers for this one. It's just me or the white number's kind of crazy. Nah, never mind. They're okay now. What's with the new name? We changed our name last KvK. I don't know. Everyone was changing their name to SV and then a 2-letter initial. I should probably switch it back. Everyone switched theirs, so. We'll check the other side after this this rally. how 30-day offline migration works. The sleeper, is that how it works? I've never done it before. But essentially, like, if you're offline for 30 days, you get like this new event thing, right? And then you could just migrate to an older or newer KD with your older account. How many farms do I have? I only have 5. You have to migrate with a group. I didn't know that. I would check out Logic Bank for the sleeper guides and all that stuff. Oh, interesting. There you go, Nugget knows. I'm at the point guard for SV. I don't even know what that means. Like, what, I assist SV? I think I'm more so like I'm like the shooting guard, you know? Peacemaker's like the LeBron. Damn. 40 passports for 80 million. Team migration. I didn't even know there's team migration. I didn't even know any of this stuff. Like, I'm learning. So like you would go offline with a group of homies for 30 days and then make a team and then have that team migrate to KD? Oh. Yeah, I've never been offline for 30 days before. Nope, yep. But let me do something real quick before I forget. Cause I always forget. Oh, I already did it, never mind. I didn't forget. Damn, wait, this flag's holding like crazy. Are these people dropping power like that? No. Oh, this guy is. This guy is too. Yeah, these people, these 3. I don't think this guy is. Oh no, he is. This person is too. So they film this flag. You don't have to panic though. Yeah, I heard about that. It's kind of weird. And then the garrison doesn't die, right? It kind of reminds me of Civilization 4, where you just like murder ball stack on all your troops into one tile and then you just go. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. Kind of bonkers. By the way, if you're new to the channel, new to the stream, be sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel. I think these zones might be lasting longer than one day. I'll probably be streaming this tomorrow again. If not, then I gotta figure out some content for tomorrow. And yeah, we are the kingdom. I am in the kingdom that the SW group and 2605 people migrated to. Although now we are all one big family in 2268. So if you want to see how we do, if you want another perspective of, and kind of, oh, there you go, flag's dead, or rundown of, you know, how our KvKs will go, subscribe to the channel. I'm committing to 1 post a day for the month of March. We'll see how well it does, and if it does well, then I'll keep it up. Why not? I'll keep it up. It's only T5 troops. Oh, shoot. Oh, so what about farm accounts? How do you do farms? Can you not farm fill anymore? Oh my goodness. The T5 troop thing actually changes a lot. Because that means it'd have to be all mains or like stacked farms. Still have to panic fill with farms. Okay. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I guess that's good. Less farm. They like good for Lilith. They want more main deads, I guess. More T5. My farms are not T5, so they can be, but well, one of them can be. I don't think the other ones can, but I don't know. It's a lot of unnecessary power, and then it would probably be top 350, and then yeah. And then Orleans. That's crazy. Best KvK to drop power. Okay, so if you want to get out of Imperium, go kill for Tides KvK. Interesting take by Riley. You can fill with farms. It's just you can't backfill the flag, because apparently you could put like 20 million troops into a flag and then it autofills for you. But you can't do that with farm account troops. I count 5 marches. How are you full T5 or are you gonna be fighting with T4? I actually think like you can think about it like this. Every maybe 3 farm accounts could equate to 1 billion KP, depending on how evenly you trade. Depends on how much you want to fight. I think you'll be comfortable with 7. I think Dex is right with that. Dex for life. I think 7 farm accounts is like a comfortable number. I've been surviving on 5, but at the same time, these past couple of KvKs, I've been like self-zeroing myself and face tanking, so probably not the best trades or best example. Like, I feel like you could survive on 5 if you're super active with them. The arrow tower flag. I have to see what the arrow tower flag is. The arrow tower flag. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go here. Oh, nice. Dirty Dan's back home. Let's see if I could get him in here. Maybe I go simplified. I feel like my frames are dropping for some reason. It should not be happening with a rock. Happens in past 7. Turn 1 flag into arrow tower every 12 hours per alliance. Oh, it's like Call of Dragons. Oh. Send it to you. 1365 needs to lose this zone or else 1846 and 1175 won't fight later. So are you, Henry, are you under the assumption that it's like a conspiracy theory of 1365 purposely losing this zone so they have a fun KvK? Alright, let me get Dirty Dan up in here. If you guys do not know who Dirty Dan is, be sure to check him out. He is the Tides of War connoisseur himself. Yo, Dansky, are you here? Hello? Hello? Oh, his mic's not working right now. But I'll link his channel into the chat regardless. I wasn't gonna say they're losing it on purpose. I was gonna say it's like they're holding back, or they are holding back for because this zone doesn't really matter and they want to save till Kingsland. Was kind of my thought process, but I think it's interesting to say like, yeah, they're doing this so that they could have a fun KvK later, which could be true.
Hello.
There you go. What's up, man?
Hey, sorry. Technical difficulties.
Hey, Ward Chatsky with the 5 gifted GGs in the chat for Ward Chatsky. This guy, you didn't have to. You already gifted me with a goldies earlier today. That was crazy. And looking forward to having you in the KD, man. Looking forward to having you in the KD. But yeah, Dan, how you doing, man? How's it been? How's work?
Doing good. Thank you for keeping me entertained while I was driving around. Very nice.
That's what people are talking about too. They're like, yo, like Pro was like, keep streaming. I'm watching you during work and I'm actually being productive. I'm like, damn, okay. Sure.
Yeah, usually when you're streaming or like anyone else is streaming during work time, I just have like some streams open and stuff just to keep myself occupied.
Chatsky with the new home gifted. Woke up in a different house. Well, welcome to 2268, man. Looking forward to. Have you heard of the migration that we had? I mean, it's been the mixed. There's been some mixed opinions, but overall, I'm pretty cautiously optimistic with what's going on.
Yeah, I heard. I watched your the interview with Ruz and Cortex, and then that little clip of the video that you put too. I think from a Kingdom standpoint, it's good for you guys. I think what you touched on with them bringing kind of like that beef and the whale max crystal tech is definitely going to synergize well with the Kingdom.
Yeah. Should be a fun time. Now that we have 7 content creators in 2068, but we're chilling. But yeah, what's this KvK mode like? You've played this. Give us, I guess, a rundown of your KvK that you had in Tides of War. And
yeah, so this zone can definitely either be very interesting or a little flat. It looks like they're at least giving some action here. Now I know what you mean when this wouldn't last today, because it doesn't look like was it 1175 and 365 and those zones are building out on their forts. So they're probably going to opt to give it up because, like you alluded to, there's still nothing in these zone 5s that is really worth fighting for. You're getting like the first occupations of those holy sites and whatnot, but with the standby troops, it could definitely be really interesting. I think it's like 20 million or 30 million cap, T5 troops only. You'll probably also see some other alliance directives on the quick flag burn, which you'll see like a massive flame coming from burning flags. And then you'll also see some flag heals where you'll kind of see like the little healing animation that you'll kind of see with commanders and whatnot, a little like green glow. And that's for all flags. So like if you catch like 10 flags burning, all of those flags are going to be affected by it. And
so for people that don't know, such as myself, Like, what are these alliance directives, and like what are these tides, and like what are these mechanics that are introduced in this KvK mode?
You could think of them as like the alliance skills. They're going to work very similarly. You can use them per an alliance. So if you bring 5 alliances into Zone 5, each of those alliances is going to have all of those directives available: the fast forts, the flag burns, the flag heals, and then they're all going to have a cooldown as well. You can have like multiple uses. I think it might be 3 for the flag burn ones, but there is going to be a cooldown on those. So you'll probably see maybe 1 or 2 alliances pop in, and then they can't use them for a little while.
Oh, because the way that I thought tides worked was kind of similar to light versus darkness, where it's like, oh, during this time to this time, it's this tide, and then is there anything like that, or is it just simply like alliance skills?
No, that's what I thought it was going to be at first too. Like I thought it was just going to be worked into the game mechanics, like you said, like based on the in-game time, you're going to get the quicker burns and whatnot, which I honestly kind of like that system too. I wouldn't be opposed if they were to reintroduce something like that later in a KvK mode.
I was saying like they should introduce skillful arsonists, because like sitting around waiting for an hour to burn flags and then they just back flag right away, so you just gain 1 tile of territory is it's not the most fun experience.
Yeah, you can consider that alliance directive pretty much that. I mean, 200% burn speed, and they can extinguish it for an extra 20 minutes. So it's definitely, if you use it at the right time, it's crucial. And I think you can also use it when you use it. It works on forts too.
Oh, so you burn forts like super fast? Is that?
Oh wait, actually it might not be, because it's just flags. I gotta double check. I gotta double look at my video.
Yeah, be sure to check out Dan's videos, because he goes over these this KvK game mode like with multiple videos. So I feel like you're the only content creator that has content on.
Luckily,
times.
I was probably the only one that was able to get content on it. Yeah,
So
I will be adding timestamps to that very long video. So
there you go. It does work on Fort Said lore. And as for Chiskel and I mean, honestly, he usually watches the KvK openings for us anyways, so it's not really too big of a difference. But yeah, hopefully people still watch me with but Chiskel, Only Farmer. You got Bus Driver now. We got Socks is starting his tubing career. We got Taki doesn't stream, but she's the Spanish content creator in our KD, so you can rotate alliances into coalition to always have the burn skill active, said lore. Rising Tides, bro. I think it'll be good for you. I mean, the videos I've been making about this migration have definitely been popping off. Like, this is SW Migrate to My Kingdom. What now is my most viewed video within this time frame, I think, ever. So yeah, I mean, we'll definitely make the most of it.
do you know which KvK you guys are looking to go for?
I have no clue. Like the whole migration process was so fast. I think they're still figuring it out. Like I had a podcast with Ruz and Cortex about let me see. It was 11 days ago. I had a podcast with Ruz and Cortex, and honest to God, there was no discussions between a merger even then. Like, it started so fast, and then like it just ended up working out. Like, they're able to migrate in today, so they're able to be in our OL team. Their KvK just ended today, so all of the stars aligned to where we're able to get them in. Hey, Elsie Crosby, appreciate it, man. 606 versus 268. I mean, 606 is a pretty strong, well-established KD. I feel like it'd be interesting KvK for sure. We definitely still need to prove ourselves though in 268 with our new group. But I think any KvK will be fun regardless. BP and Chatsky worked fast. It was dangerous. Everyone was like, "Wait, what?" Yeah, literally. I think I learned about it like maybe a week ago, and then they announced it out of nowhere. So I'm like, oh shit, I gotta make content off this. Had that emergency stream on Tuesday, made the video yesterday, or today. I made the video today, actually. Because that's when they migrated in, and, you know, the rest is history. I'm looking forward to it, though. Like, the Kingdom's been super hype about it. Like, the morale is super high with, it's like a new shot of life, where it's like, damn. It's funny, because some people got starstruck with Chisco joining voice call to migrate in. They're like, oh my god, it's Chisco. I wasn't even in the voice call at the time, but they were laughing about it when I joined afterwards. They're like, yo, why did you guys make it so awkward? No one was talking. But I'm sure we'll get used to each other soon.
Does this give you guys a full, because you guys were just a one alliance, right? Does it give you a full like 155?
I think we still have slots. Like this last KvK, we had some we had like you know, obviously people were forced to migrate out. We had some people choose to migrate out, so we're pretty much like 80 players, 90 players before this migration, or maybe more so. It's like 120 players before this migration. Right now our alliance, if I checked SV, like we're 155 out of 155, but I'm sure we still have some farm accounts in there, and we have some players that are still, like, because you know, with domain system, like we're allowing players to wait for their KDs to migrate out, especially if they've been contributors in the KD and all that kind of stuff. So like we still have slots available. So yeah, we'll see.
2268 migration plug.
I don't even know if we're open for migration. Like I was asking them and they didn't answer me. So, but yeah, it's exciting, but it's also nerve-wracking at the same time, because you know, 2268's my home. I've never seen so much both excitement and also backlash, and also just the spotlight that it's under is crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, a lot of eyes now.
I mean, we kind of had eyes on us before, but nothing to this magnitude, and nothing to this magnitude that that's like the shadow that the SW group brings, because of the legacy that they bring, and also the challenges that they had in the recent past. But you know, hopefully we could do something with it, and that's just my my perspective. Is let's just do our best, have our fun. We're not going to change who we are as a kingdom, and that's why they wanted to come here, is because they liked who we were as a kingdom, right? So I think that's going to be a fun part of it. I don't think people ever stop being starstruck with 2293 when Chis would be on voice, when be on stream for KvK restart. Your KD just getting a lot of enemies. Yeah, and the thing is, we had enemies to begin with. So we're just adding on to the list, I guess. But at the same time, like, I feel like it'll be fun. We'll have to see.
Makes the victories all that more sweet.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a 3 KvK loss streak, so. But if anything, that just talks to the resilience of our KD, where you know we've been losing, but we're still here because the losses haven't been. Oh, is this the burning seal you're talking about, by the way?
Yep, there it is. And when you click on it too, you'll see the icon. Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, everyone's an enemy unless you're an ally. I feel like there's like spheres of influence in Rise of Kingdoms. You know what I mean? Where it's like, if you're an Imperium KD, like you kind of have like people that you're more friends with versus, I don't know, like there's like these like different pockets. But yeah. So, what, Dirty Dan, you said this is a 10 out of 10 KvK for you. Like, would you queue up again for this Tides of War?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think as you get into the later zones too, it adds some nice wrinkles. Like when you get into the first off, I guess the next useful tide is during your altar fights, you have one directive that allows you to return your dead troops or your killed off troops to your city automatically.
Yeah, I heard about that. Ooh.
So that'll quicken up the pace of your altar fights a little bit. And then when you get to past 7s, if you're able to find some notches in wall jumps and stuff, those arrow towers really become like the arrow towers that you can make out of your own flags. Those arrow towers become extremely valuable because you're pushing off cities from flags, and it prevents people from setting up proper hives and proper defenses. So in our KvK, we were actually able to punch through into our enemy zone 6 and force them to, double flag, refill their zone after we had, put some damage on them. And I think that had an effect a little bit in Kingsland because we started to tap into that storehouse that they were saving up for even before Kingsland started.
Damn.
And then going into Kingsland 2, you still have access to some of those arrow towers, Banner of Peace, which prevents a flag from being attacked straight up. So it's really nice. It adds a very, very refreshing twist onto the game for sure.
There you go. Maybe I gotta ask BP to queue up for this KvK mode. Like, I mean, for fighting, like it's the gimmicks and the mechanics sound fun, but for opportunity for fighting, like, would you say this is similar to an HA, pretty much the exact same as to an HA, or is it like more fighting?
Just because the map layout is very similar. You're going to have your level 7 passes where you're kind of you're bumping up on forts and stuff. So it's definitely, in terms of fighting, I probably want to say it is definitely on par with HA. I think from what I've been seeing in recent KvKs, Warriors Unbound looks like probably the one that offers the most, just because there's so much territory. And the map is so wonky. But to answer your question, yes, it's definitely more on par with what an HA can offer.
Interesting. Because like my favorite KvK mode is Strife of the Eight, and then after that probably be Siege, just because of the amount of fighting and meaningful fighting too, where if you don't fight out of your zone 5, you can't make it to Kingsland. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, there's like stakes early on into the KvK. Same thing with zone 6 for Siege of Orleans, where if you don't fight out of that, or even zone 5, but mostly zone 6s. So it'd be pretty interesting to see if we go into a Tides or if we go into a big KvK like the. Because the thing about a KD, before this HA was supposed to be a recovery KvK, by the way, and we ended up fighting 24-29 because before that KvK we fought 960, and then we had a Nile, which was a rest, but then before that we had Siege of Orleans. So, and before that we had all right, let's start from the top. Our first KvK was NHA. Then it was Strife of the Eight, Siege of Orleans, and then Tides, and then King of the Nile, and then it was another Strife of the Eight.
That's brutal.
And then after that, we took HA to do a quote unquote recovery, but that was probably one of the harder KvKs we took against 24-29. So it's been like a lot of fighting in 2268. So yeah, we'll see what we plan to take.
I learned the hard way when I was acting as king in 2581 that there's no such thing as recovery KvKs. We did the same thing. We queued up for a Nile for recovery KvK.
Oh, and you got queued up with 1671 and 2K. I remember that because you wanted to match up against us in that Nile.
Yeah.
And that would have actually been fun. I feel like that matchup was 2293. You guys versus us. Like, I feel like that would have been a good KvK, but you guys ended up having a really tough fight, and then meanwhile for us, no one wanted to fight us. So
yeah. I failed the Diplo there, and that was when I effectively stepped down. No more recovery KvKs.
Whoa, what is this? And a lot of people want them being seen.
Ploto with the breaking news.
Damn, this is huge mail. About 960. This is from War Daddy Chatsky. It looks legit, so I'll share it. It's a lot of text. It's a lot of text. All right, let's do this. All right, we'll take a break from this KvK for a bit. First off, thanks to everyone who committed to this KvK, putting in the blood, sweat, and tears. A lot of you have contributed your time and money to this season. We all know that this KvK wasn't easy due to the timing and map placement. This was definitely one of the hardest KvKs that we've had, which is true. That, like, they fought 2605 and then 1093. If there were any issues or mistakes, please forgive the management team, as the pressure is a lot greater than in any other kingdom. Yeah, they have the biggest spotlight for sure. I said previously, the management team are human as well.
DM. Crazy news just popped.
Nothing can be perfect. 960 is partly one of the most respected and one of the most hated kingdoms in Rise of Kingdoms. Whether or not that's the case for people in the community, the most important part is being ourselves. As the saying goes, everyone has their own ambitions. We show them what the meaning is to be 960, no matter if it's a 1v2 or if we have less than 200 players against 4x the enemy. We stood our ground and showed everyone what it's like to be in a 960 KvK. Migration. You might have heard that many of your friends and comrades have sold their accounts and are currently selling them. This includes Leopard. So Leopard's confirmed sold his account. Kenny will also be stepping down as flag builder, which is huge. Kenny was a huge part of that KD. As the saying goes, all feasts in the world come to an end. Rise of... Wait. Let me get the next one. As the saying goes, the Rise of Kingdoms has been running for a long time. A lot of players have been playing for more than 5 years or even 6 years plus. A lot of players went from being single to becoming married and having children while playing the game. While every KvK, there's always an old friend who's quitting the game to face the real world, but that's just reality. This doesn't take away the ambitions away from 960. Even if our brothers and sisters leave the game, it doesn't break the bond between our friendship. If there's any need, call them to help with piloting. We will still be the same 960 no matter what comes our way. We welcome anyone to 960, whether there's being an enemy or the ally. We always welcome the fresh blood too. And then replenish our losses and continue the spirits of 960. If you have plans on selling or quitting, please contact Galv or Ren as soon as possible to lessen the burden on the Imperium drop. If you need passports, make sure to contact them. Filling the hospital. It has been 2 seasons where for half a year we haven't had any new recruitment, so please make sure to cooperate and help them with the Imperium drop. There's going to be an announcement of filling and deleting your troops / siege. If you fail to cooperate, then say hello to Attila at the door. Information about 960's future. Kenny's going to step down as our building god, so if there's anyone interested in maintaining farm alliances, and contact Galv or Ren. Due to Leopard quitting, we also have a new management team, and there will be fresh members joining the management. The direction of 960's future will always be the same. We will provide you the best modes of KvK and as much fun as we can. So, I mean, well written out. I think that just kind of solidifies what people are saying with Leopard quitting. I didn't know Kenny was stepping down. But 960 is just trying to continue to build to be the 960 that they are. And yeah, I mean, it's always tough to lose a KvK, especially when it's your first one with the amount of pressure. And like, everyone thought 960 was unbeatable, you know what I mean? And you know, seeing them be beaten was crazy. And it took literally 4 alliances in 1093, one of the most or if not the most organized kingdom, to take them down. They had a great run, and I think they'll continue to have a great run. I think nothing changed about how I think of them. But yeah, it's sad to see like big players like Leopard and whoever else is quitting from 960 quit, because they've done a lot for the game. 960 is not disbanding. I think that mail, if anything, just showed that 960 is planning to continue on. They said like they want to continue the legacy of 960. They want to recruit new blood. They're probably going to have like a lot of people swarming over to be recruited, right? So I don't think there's anything too breaking about that mail, but except for the fact that it does confirm Leopard quit, nothing else is really surprising.
I was gonna say that'd be kind of messed up if they disbanded with Osno just migrating over there.
Imagine Osno's over there, is just by himself. Nah, they're still gonna be a top 2, top 3 kingdom in the game, without a doubt, in my opinion.
I am curious if this shifts them into maybe a 2 alliance kingdom. Potentially, I don't know. I don't think they're out of Imperium yet, so they probably can't even recruit that. But maybe expand them out a little bit, just because, you know, the numbers is just so overwhelming from 1093.
The thing is, though, I think 1093 is the only kingdom that could have done that to 960.
Absolutely.
Like, yes. I feel like if there's any other kingdom in that situation, 960 would have been able to win that KvK. But 1093 is just a whole different breed right now with the amount of players that they have. Need to know what Redline is going to do. I'm going to have Redline on the podcast on Saturday. I'll definitely ask him some questions about future plans and all that kind of stuff. So subscribe to the channel. The plug. But yeah. He was on VC. We got Dirty Dan. He was here about to give us some insights of Tides of War and, you know, just chill. I like chilling with, you know, the homies in VC. And I haven't talked to Dirty Dan in a minute. Dirty Dan's actually one of the few people from Rise of Kingdoms that I met in person, and I never expected him to be like a giant. I have to freaking look up at this guy. What are you, like 6'3", 6'4"?
No,
nah.
6'1".
Cap. You're like
Panther though was the one that's staring up. He's short.
That's true. That's true. 2605 killed 960. Oh my goodness. That's a ridiculous statement. How many active players does 2268 have? I'm not sure. That's a good question. Where are 1365? What are they trying? People are telling me that, you know, they're not really trying in this zone because they want to save for Kingsland. Some people are saying they're not really trying in this zone so that 1846 will ally with 1175 and fight in Kingsland. I don't know what's going on, but I think it's pretty obvious that they're not really trying to win this zone because they didn't even build any forts. They could have built forts at any time, but they chose not to. So that proves to me that they're not trying to stay in the zone for too long. They're just showing face right now. Don't think Aziz will leave 960, but Arvix will. Yeah. I don't know who's leaving or who's going, but I think it'll be interesting to watch the redemption story of a 960. Like, I feel like the next 960 KvK is going to be the Redeem team, where the 2008 US Olympic team.
Talk about a lot of eyes and, I guess, I don't want to say pressure, but, you know, you guys got a lot of eyes on you, which kind of comes with the pressure. That next 960 KvK is going to be, you know, huge for that new leadership team. That I would not want to be stepping up into some of those shoes. That's a lot of pressure for those new 960 guys that are coming into it. Yeah,
it's definitely going to be a lot of pressure. But to be fair, like, 960 is always under pressure, right? Where...
True.
I feel like they're such a polarizing KD, where you either love them or you hate them. There's like everyone has an opinion on them because that's how great they've been. So we'll have to see. Even with players bouncing, can they drop imp? Haven't in 9 months. Osno rolls in on ticket. Can they get migration? I mean, they said they're gonna ask people to delete, and if you delete, then you could, you know, have as much migration as you want. But the real question is, like, you know, how much are they gonna be deleting, and how many people are they gonna be getting in? Yeah, Laura, I'm under the same impression as well. I feel like it should be fine, but at the same time, like there is some added pressure towards this next KvK, specifically for the new leadership, because, you know, I don't know the new leaders, but I'd assume like you'd want to prove yourself in that first KvK, and they don't even have to win, in my opinion. Just like show out and show that you're still the same 960 of old, and if that happens, then, you know, they're gonna be right at the same spot. Every kingdom that fights 1093 disbands after. Is that true? I mean, 1846 downsized after that KvK. No, 1093. Who else fought 1093? 1365 downsized after that KvK. Did they? I don't know. I feel like they downsized after fighting 1846 this past KvK. Build hospitals, delete siege, 30 players at MX for OL. Oh, there you go. Only have a couple days for expanded hospitals too, right? As long as you keep your hospital full after KvK, you could double fill that hospital. Like it doesn't, like, the troops don't die in the hospital just because it goes back down to the home kingdom size. So. Oh, apparently 1093 is downsizing. Oh yeah, 1307, but 1307 was kind of on their way out after that Warriors Unbound KvK. I mean, we have 1093 members. I don't know if you guys could confirm or deny if you guys are downsizing to one alliance, or not to one alliance, but downsizing by one alliance. So you'll be like, what, 3 alliances now? I swear you guys had like a support alliance. So you guys gonna be 4 alliances and no support? Like, we'll have to see. Vacancy 5, 1860, 1875. I mean, a lot of those kingdoms are still around. 1175 still around, 1846, 1875. They're all still here, but if you mean like they downsize, then yeah, potentially. God straight with the 5 gifted. Appreciate it, man. GG's in the chat from my boy God Straight. One of the pretty troll with the name changes, but much love, man. Brings the fun vibes to 2268. I was in 2293 and fought in KvK against Dirty Dan, and it was the most fun ever. Grew tired of the Imperium life, said Warday Chad. Did you fight Warday Chad in KvK, Dirty Dan? Or
Yeah, that was the first Nile we did. Then we allied with 875, and we pretty much fought 2293 the entirety of that KvK, between that little like pocket zone and the first like pass fights on the forts, and then going into Kingsland. They were our first opponent on flag fights. For what Nile was. I think that was before the update too. Though it was very fun KvK.
Yeah, and the new Nile even has more zones and more fighting and all that stuff. So. Good stuff. I want to see the new 3K KDs. All these names are years old now. Dan never slept. Dan faced 2293 in Light versus Darkness. Did you?
KvK. No, that's the Nile.
I'll sleep when I die. I think Dan said like that KvK was before the Nile update and it was still fun. So you could kind of imagine that KvK with the new Nile update would be even more fun, because, you know, those extra zones make it super spicy. It's hard for new kingdoms. First and second LCC are such wake-up calls. Oh yeah. I mean, we saw the 960 KvK. There was like there's a 3k KD in the what did you call them? G4s or something, right? Like, can you imagine your KvK 5 is against 1093 and 1960? But yeah. TV 77 RSX team is 7 build power. Oh yeah, with with those two big whales alone, that's already 2 billion. I feel like the first SOC is so important for new KDs, but I heard like now you get queued up with the same one, like same kingdoms that you've been fighting and you're around your age, so I guess now it's the second one. Like as soon as you get out in the open with matchmaking with other kingdoms that's been here for a long time, like that KvK is going to be a make or break for newer KDs. Let me do this. Now that you're in our kingdom, boom. I don't know what I'm watching. Like, it's just flags burning. I've been looking.
I'm looking around the map trying to find something too. It's really not much going on.
I've been looking at chat this whole time. Like, not gonna cap. I'm like, oh shit, I'm watching I'm spectating a KvK. Forgot this isn't just a chat room. It's 2v1v1.
The best part of streaming. Sometimes you just get so caught up. Chat is really fun, and you just keep going. You know,
yeah.
There's definitely those days.
Shout out to the chat, man. The last couple of streams have been crazy. Like the one where I announced SW was migrating over. I'd never had 600 concurrent viewers naturally before. Like that was crazy.
Very nice.
That was crazy. Although, you know, they're all talking about how our kingdom is dying, but I still got the ad revenue, so it's all chill. What happened was 1365 and 1846 didn't like 1365 and 2489 allying. You know, saying that they pre-allied and that the KvK is unbalanced. Which, to be fair, I feel like top versus bottom would have been a better matchup. Actually, seeing how the map's playing out now. I mean, of course, we were talking about how 1365 is holding back. I don't know the true strength. I don't know what the best matchup would have been. Left versus right, maybe? Nah, I feel like that'd have been. I don't know. Hey, Binu, what's up? You're a new migrant as well, right? I'm so bad at rock behind the scenes stuff. I never know any of the kingdom players. Honestly, Kem, I never knew any of that stuff until I started streaming. Not gonna lie. Like before I started streaming, I feel like I was just in my own Rise of Kingdoms bubble. You know what I mean? I didn't really care about any other kingdoms. I didn't care about this. I didn't care about that. I was just playing Rise of Kingdoms and having fun with my kingdom. But once you start streaming, like especially when you have to watch KvKs and get to know people from your chat, and then you get to know what KDs are from, like it's kind of changes the game. That's how Ploto had time to change so much. Didn't get into the drama. This next KvK, I'm probably gonna go for top 20 again. Not gonna lie. Oh, where are they going? Oh no, wait, what? Oh, they're gonna build a flag over the river? This is crazy. What? The murder ball is like going back and forth?
Yeah.
Like, actually, never mind. We're chilling. Look at all the Twilight Fall skins, by the way. Twilight Fall is the meta.
Mm-hmm. When I was in 960 briefly, that was all the skins that they had. It was that, and then you had your rally leads with like the main Zenith skins.
You know, I actually I restarted Rise of Kingdoms because I didn't get Twilight Falls. True story. I made a jumper account. I quit Rise of Kingdoms, made a new account because I didn't have Twilight Falls. Here, wait, let me show you guys. We got a lot of new people in here, so I'm excited to share this story. My first ever KvK, I didn't know what barb chaining was. So by the time I learned about it, it was too late and I used up all my AP just randomly killing barbs in zone 4. So I actually got 21st place in my honor rankings for my first KvK. And I was heartbroken. I was shattered. I was distraught. So I'm like, I played KvK 2, played KvK 3, but I'm like, you know what? I want to retry this whole experience because I fucked up my account. So 21st place equal first place loser. So I was like, oh my god, let me do this again. Now I really want this Twilight Falls skin. And that ever since I got 21st place, that's when I started barb chaining. I never 5 march barbs ever since that first KvK, because I feel like I have trauma 5 marching barbs and not having AP. I've never 5 march barbs. I only do, like, if I 5 march anything, it's marauders. But yeah, like I have legit trauma from that shit. So I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm never 5 marching barbs. I'm just gonna do barb chaining, 5 march barb chain. And then I win first place. Let me go back to my album real quick. I win first place in KvK 1 by a landslide. But what happens is this guy was an R4, and the way that I got first place was I didn't use any of my tokens until the last minute, just because if you forget KvK 1, 2, and 3, you have these honor tokens that you have. I'm like, there's no point of using honor tokens until like later, so that you could save it up and you could. I want to make sure that if I get top 20, I get it without even using tokens, guaranteeing that even if someone pops tokens, I'll still be top 20. So I kept my tokens, I kept all that kind of stuff. This guy didn't like it, and he kicked me from the alliance 1 minute before reset. So I lost like 35 gold heads, I lost 10 legendary materials, I lost all the Charlemagne heads, like, because we won the KvK, we got all the circles, we got the zig, we got everything. So I lost all that shit, and I was about to quit. And that's honestly why I started YouTubing, is because if any of that shit happens to me again, I have video evidence. I have video evidence of that shit happening. So that's my Rise of Kingdom story. So I got top 20.
That's so petty.
I got top 20, but I ended up getting kicked, so I was still sad even after my top 20 win, getting Twilight Falls. Slap in the face, a couple months after, they added Twilight Falls to the KvK shop. So it's like, bro, I made a new account, I did all this, and then now you can just buy it with coins, so it is what it is.
All part of the journey. led you here to the full-time YouTuber.
Yeah, I mean that is true. Is this Makote? I think it is. Oh yeah, it is. Makote's just dry swarming this flag without a rally. And it worked. Yo, goated. My old account is my farm account that I use now. That's the account that was in 1846. And then that was in Sin, and that was like a pleb. Because after KvK 1, I didn't want to play the game anymore. But I spent $100. Yo, I was buying like bundles so that I could get gems, so I could gem my AP in that last day. It was desperate, man. I was like, I was fucking crying in the club, man. So if you ask why barb chain and why, like, yo, why do you spend so much time barb chain and this and that? That's why. That there's a method to my madness. There's a reason behind it. But yeah, there you go. Maybe I should make that into video. Rise of Kingdom stories. When I barb chain, I feel like I get 0 honor. That's why I barb chain with multiple marches, like 2, 3 marches. I feel like barb chaining with 1 march, you get bored super fast. But barb chaining with 2, 3, 4, like I feel like the APM skill kind of thing like keeps my brain activated. Like at least I'm clicking something at all times rather than just watching. And then you also gain more honor per minute as well. So Due day, I was told that 1365 are kind of sacking this zone so that they could just prepare for Kingsland. I'm not too sure. That's like the only reason I could think as to why they would be doing this. Like Dirty Dan, like, have you seen if you don't build the fort, like you're essentially just like saying you're
pretty much, yeah,
done with the zone, right?
Yeah, kind of circling back to like even what you said about was it Siege of Orleans, which I haven't played that yet. And then I think what was the other KvK mode that is like a significant zone 5 or that actually means something?
Strife for the 8. Strife for the 8.
Strife for the 8. Lilith just has to do something like on future maps just to make those first zones a little bit better, I think. You know, because they kind of hit on a few KvKs, but yeah, because then you get zones like this where it's just, you know, let's go in, get some KP, and then we'll, you know, we're gonna get out because there's nothing significant in that zone to take.
Yeah, it's 10% march speed, say some stats, but nothing crazy.
I mean, even at least in Heroic Anthem, you have the bastions.
Yeah, you have the bastions, exactly. Like that's what I was thinking. I'm like, are there bastions in this KvK? Nope. Okay, well, what's the real reason behind fighting here? Except outside of like pride, outside of like, yeah, we play this game to fight, so might as well just fight, even though it doesn't mean anything. Double vibe. So, damn. So what's the plans for you? What are you up to?
I think I'm sitting in 2581 for one more KvK potentially, or there's also potential to migrate out. But I have been actively looking around for them.
So
I've been talks.
Hit up Dirty Dan if you want a really good content creator in your KD. He's also a fighter. Hit him up. I don't know how to hit him. I'll give your YouTube chat, I guess.
So I'm in 2581. You can find me there.
There you go.
I'm in the Rise of Kingdoms Discord too, listed as a content creator. So you can find me there as well. Yeah, but the talks have been going good. I'm pretty sure I've zeroed in on a kingdom, but I'll release that at a later time.
Interesting. Why are you planning on migrating out of 2581? Is it just like
looking for a bigger kingdom? I think.
They're like
also,
a B
I think
seed, right? They're currently like a B seed.
We're like a B, a low A.
Okay.
So I just kind of like, I mean, honestly, like I gotta say it's, I'm kind of getting like a little bit of the inspiration from you and like Oppo, watching you guys in some of these big KvKs and like fighting for days. And I'm like, I haven't done that in forever. Like this last Kingsland was 36 hours and it was so much fun. But I've never really had consecutive days of fighting. So, you know, really looking for a kingdom that I can have some of that higher tier fighting. I've said it on my streams, I'm not gonna hide it. I am low key gold chest chasing. I am still a VIP 17 player, so I've never been in an alliance with a lot of goldies. So I'm curious to see what that looks like.
There you go.
Just being transparent about that.
There you go. I mean, goldies are good for your account. A lot of speed ups, a lot of VIP. As you said, you're VIP 17, so that's crazy. You're VIP 17. That's where you're like a spender too.
Yo.
You spend you spend a lot. Oh my goodness.
That's what I'm saying. I need the VIPs. I need the speeds. So yeah, I'm just curious to see what the culture and stuff is like in a little bit more of a higher tier kingdom. 2581 is great to me. I started that kingdom. I ran that kingdom for almost 2 years. But yeah, I got to go on to bigger and better things. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really curious to see what kingdom you decide to go to. We're gonna be in Dirty Dan Game and Watch. See what kingdom has you got in the works.
Osiris League 2 is another big reason why I'm moving as well.
Oh, but
that
like,
was really solidified once we got these realms, and we then realized that we're in the same realm now as 960. I think we were in the same realm as you guys last Osiris again. I don't remember though. And once I saw that, I was like, well, there goes any chance of us getting a top 8, top 4. So I've wanted an Osiris League skin forever, and I'm trying to chase that as well.
oh well, isn't today the last day for Osiris League registration? So
Yeah, that's why
You're-
I'm unfortunately. Yeah, I'm most likely not going to make it for this Osiris League, but I want to make sure that the kingdom that I go to is Osiris League oriented. So at least the next round, it's going to be, a little. It look a little bit better.
Osiris League oriented, KvK oriented. So
Gold chests.
gold chests. It's gonna be. I mean, there's a couple of KDs out there, so hopefully one of them pick you up for sure. There you go. If you're one of those KDs that have gold chest Osiris League and fun fighting KvKs, hit up Dirty Dan. He will be your PR guy.
I think with that, Ploto, I think I'm going to bounce. Thank you so much for having me on. I gotta go.
Thanks for coming through. Thanks for explaining what Tides of War is and all that stuff. And best of luck with your future migration.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep it going. Plato's killing it right now. Hit that like button, guys. I was gonna drop a message before, but it's just 250 watching, only 100 likes. Hit that like button. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you, Plato.
Thanks, Dirty Dan. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Peace. Is 2605 coming to 2068? They're already here. We have a couple of people migrated here. Fluffy Pony, Ward H, ASCII, Chiskel. I'm pretty sure most of the group's here already. So, yeah, it's looking pretty good. We're at 1 trillion KP now, which we've never hit as a kingdom before. So, has 2605 been everything you wished for in 2268? I mean, they've only been here for 12 hours, so I think everything we wish for will be determined in KvK. But it's been promising, and I'm close with a lot of the people in the group, so it's essentially like migrating and some friends in. So it's been a positive experience so far. Is Yoda 808 coming? We addressed this in the stream. Yoda and Cherry are both busy IRL right now, so once they're done, they're taking a break, and then once they come back, they're always invited to come to 2268. So is Yugi Young? I think Boudica, Herman Prime. I think Herman Prime is higher priority than Boudica. How does it feel to be with the #1 ROK YouTuber? I mean, as I said, we just started. They just got here, so nothing really has changed, but it's interesting. There's a lot more eyes on our kingdom for sure. It's been more so a negative sentiment from the community, but at the same time, that just comes with the popularity and the fame and also the reputation that 2605 kind of built up for themselves over the past couple of years. And as he said, they're not SW, they're not 2605, but they're all part of the 2268 and SV family. So hopefully we could just have fun and play some fun KvKs. Sid, I remember your name. I was looking through one of my first streams, and I think you were there. I'm not sure. But I know you've been around. But yeah, it's a crazy experience. If you guys want to see it, we could do this as we wrap up. This is the power rankings right now. I'm on a farm account, so we are at around 13 billion KP. I mean 13 billion power. Keep in mind, a lot of our hospitals are full. We actually have to heal our hospitals for Osiris League. So that's what we got going on. 1 Alliance KD, and then a bunch of farm alliances. Alliance KP, we're at 1 trill. Hopefully we could work on that. We still have people migrating out, so we're probably going to drop under 1 trill once they migrate out, but at the same time, once KvK starts, we should be okay. Individual power, Fluffy Pony at #1, Peacemaker #2, Panda, PJ, Chiss. I think I'm all the way down in like I can't even scroll for myself. I'm at 71st place, so in case you're wondering. And then individual kills, Peacemaker at 61.4 billion KP. If you guys are wondering what Peacemaker's account looks like and you know, how he got this amount of KP, what his marches are, all that kind of stuff. There's a full live stream about it, but there's a video about it as well. That's the video there. And then individual kills. I mean, this is individual kills. Fluffy Pony. I'm gonna ask for his account too. I think that'd be pretty fun. And then I am down here in 18th place at 13 billion KP. If you guys are wondering, this is my main account. Nothing crazy. But yeah, that's the rankings. Peacemaker is younger than Pony. That's true. But at the same time, I think Fluffy Pony's a really great player as well. Peacemaker is pretty much a native of 2268. Native of his first kingdom was 2265, but he migrated before KvK 1. So I think anyone that migrates before KvK 1 is essentially a native, right? So I call him a native. But yeah, the stream actually went longer than I thought it would. Let me go ahead and check who's streaming real quick. Give some love to some homies. Oh, Gaines is streaming. Let's go check out Gaines Gaming. Exclamation point. Oh, yeah. You know what? Maybe we can take a look. I'll take a look and then I'll rate him. How about that? So you guys kind of have it situated. Because there's actually... I remember when Gaines was hyped that, oh, we get to fight 1365 again, content. It ended up that they're fighting the second seed, or the Domain 2 Kingdom of 1365, so... but it does look like they're having some fighting here. There's a back and forth tussle between them and... What kingdom are they fighting? What is this? 2381. Oh, this is Luffy's old KD. Oh, Luffy, Hermione, have... I wonder if any of them are still here. I know this person was here. I know that person was there. I know Rebel was there. I heard Luffy and Hermione quit. Damn. Man, they didn't tell me, bruh. I mean, Luffy, I know he was getting busy with his engineering job. Luffy and Hermione, they were part of my jumper group, so that's how I know them. I ended up leaving them in 2136 to go to 2268, and I've been here ever since. But they're good people. Sad to see them go, but hopefully, you know, they're having fun in this KvK. We could probably see Dirty Dan somewhere here. Or not Dirty Dan, oh, we see Shappy. Who else? Gaines. We'll probably see Gaines somewhere here. But yeah, I'm gonna rate him. You guys can see him yourself. Give him some love. Hashtag Ploto raid once you get in there. Give him some love. I'm just gonna make sure I did indeed add a stream. So I'll leave 2268 when it dies. If it dies, then I'll leave it. But if not, then I have no plans. But anyways, appreciate you guys. I'll definitely be streaming tomorrow. We'll see if there's some more KvK action. If not, then I'll probably just post a video. And we have Ploto podcast on Saturday with Redline. We're gonna ask about his future and, you know, his plans and how he felt about the KvK, how it's like for 960. Play the games as usual. You know, who knows? We might do the Smash It Tap Pass tier list with Redline. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.